retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with a cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact, grab and then take it. Like a disease, bring them to their knees. Pain for their disease. Just like a weed, spread into the streets. It's time to make them bleed. 'Cause we just want retribution. Let's go light up the darkness. Make true of an empty promise. Flip cards in the weekend, harmless. Take to the streets and turn them to a mosh pit. 'Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution.
This video is brought to you by the 9% and is powered by Petty Vision Productions. Now sit back and enjoy the show.
I wake up every minute with the fever dreams. I push the mind to a limit where it needs to be. I work like I got vision I don't need to see. I'm picking mind over matter, I believe in me. I need to find more hours in the day to breathe. Need to find more power in the way I be. And when my mind turns sour with the painful scenes, I need to scream out loud, I can't stop me. I wanna be the greatest like Rocky. You know I leave them all hating like a hobby. I'm out here making moves like a lobby. And if you ain't with me, it's your loss. See, I got my mind on the facts, I'm a python. Grab what I like real fast, so until I have everything I attack, everything that I lack, everything that I want, and I see matter of fact.
'Cause I'm my own worst enemy. Only if I let it be. I can control anything if I can just think carefully. I control my destiny. Deep up in my mind I manifest it. Every morning I wake up obsessed and everything I do the best. And deep within my mind you know I'll always manifest it.
What up, though? It's the word. You see the title, we gonna talk about it. But first, let me get into the chat. Mr. 33, Mr. Gary Bust It Down Brown. What up, bro? Appreciate you. My other brother in the chat, Bronze. What up? What up? Hey, what up, 9? Antisocials in the building. Hey, we go chit chat tonight. I don't know if y'all can hit the link, but I did put the link in there. You know, I did a show on this already. I think I did a good presentation. Go check it out. I even chopped it up and made it short, so you ain't got to watch the whole live. But it is a live, and after that is commentary. But, you know, I shortened it, condensed it just to the teaching part. And I explained emotional intelligence, right? Emotional intelligence, they got courses for it online at some universities. You can go take a training course for it, right? But I'm going to give you the sauce in 15 minutes. I'll give you everything you need to know. It's easy to say, but it's hard to do, right? I promise you that. It's easy to say, but it's hard to do. There's practice involved, but I got the tools for that, right? And I can do all that in 15 minutes. You ain't got to go pay your money. So if you ever feel generous watching this on live or the replay, you know, hook a brother up because I'll be saucing y'all up, right? So anyway, when we talk about emotional intelligence, there's levels to it, right? You know, first level, what you want to do is be aware, right? So when we talk about intelligence, we're talking about an intellect level. So to break that down simple, awareness, right? Be aware of where you are emotionally, right? You have to understand where you are, and to know that, you got to know thyself. You got to know, like, hey, I'm tripping right now. I'm angry, or hey, I'm angry. When I'm angry, I may do things that I may later regret, or I'm sad, so I may make poor decisions based upon me being sad. Be aware of that. Tell yourself that, hey, this is a possibility. That's the sauce, right? That's how you help yourself be aware. That's how you be in the now. Um, and also, it's not just you. You got to understand the environment, people around you. This is where the intelligence part comes in. Not only understanding yourself, but understanding others, right? It's times where I know people are upset, so I have to approach them differently. And sometimes, they say it's not what you say, but how you say it. I like to add this part to it too, and it's about when you say it. You can say the right thing the right way and just say it at the wrong time. People ain't listening because they upset, mad, or sad. They just not listening. So even though you said it the right way, you said the right thing, it's just at the wrong time. And that takes emotional intelligence. Well, I talk to someone if they're not listening. Let people calm down. Are you able? So that's one aspect, right? Crafty Leo, what up, Doe? Appreciate you. Hey, man, I was looking at that Tumblr you made. Precious Pieces. I'm gonna definitely have to get in contact with you. I'm gonna need a 9 Tumblr. We need that 9% Tumblr game over here. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna get with you. That Michael Kors Tumblr was dope. Y'all go check out Crafty Leo, man. She doing some good work over there. Yeah, but the 9 definitely will get in touch with you because if you can make that look like that, I got ideas. I got But shout out to Crafty Leo, man. Go check her out. But yeah, so it's not only understanding what emotion you in, but other people, right? So that was one aspect I broke down, and then another aspect is I like to use control or confirm, control, contain, right? Confirm what emotion you're in, control it to the point where you can contain it. So I call that the 3 C's. Control, confirm, control, contain. So you go confirm. PIA, what up, sis? Appreciate you. So you go confirm what emotion you in, right? Then you go control that emotion. And then you contain it. And the reason I say contain it because your emotions are yours. And unless someone is deserving of your emotions, don't give it to them. Don't give it to them. See, I told you, I found a different way to say it. Anti just told me literally, like, you go tell them not to give your power away. Like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna find another way to say it. So I told you just that quick. I got skills, but I got to pick with sis. I've been picking with her all day, but yeah. So confirm, control, contain. That's what you want to do with your emotion. And the reason I say that is this too, because if someone knows they can induce, stimulate, or incite a certain particular emotion in you, they can weaponize that against you. It becomes a weakness. People can get you to jump when they want you to jump. People to get you to move left or right whenever they want to. They just got to say this over here or say that over there, and they know you go move. Like, I had to learn this because the environment I was in, it was people, they say something just so you can react, just so they can pull something out. We call it gaslighting. If you think about it, that's what gaslighting is. D Shep in the building, what up, Shep? But that's what gaslighting is. So for me, it was important for me to be able to control my emotion. And then the more I controlled them, the more I understood the outside of me. I was able to look at other people and tell what emotional state they was in. So that just gave me more information to understand how to interact with them. Right? So control. Like, how you supposed to control this emotion? You got to be active. You got to be aware. You have to be aware, okay, look, I'm mad. I know things can happen when I'm mad, so let me fall back. And the more you fall back when you're mad, the more you get used to it. But then you won't have to fall back as much. You'll be aware you're mad, you'll be able to control it. But you have to do something at the beginning when you're learning it, you got to do something. And that's falling back. That's the easiest thing I can tell you. Is when you upset, don't just shut up, shut down. Step back. Reanalyze the situation. Give yourself time to think. And then the more you do that and the more you begin to work things out, you'll be able to do it in real time. You'll be able to do the three C's in real time. Confirm, control, contain. Tay eats y'all. Tay eats y'all. What up, sis? What up, Nine?
Hey, what's up? Hold on, why my picture ain't on here?
I don't know. It ain't on mine either. You might have to drop down and drop back up. It might pop up.
I see yours.
Or turn the camera off and turn it back on. Like turn the camera on, turn it off, or drop down and drop back up.
Hey, everybody.
She
Why
said,
you
"Hey,
sounding like
y'all."
a man?
You said what? You said what?
Say sounding like a man.
Man, sounding no man. But yeah, I was giving them the three C's: confirm, control, contain. Um, and
What, to
this is
control your emotional intelligence?
yeah, or to practice it. It's just like any other intelligence that you have. The more you practice, the more you get better. But that's the thing. We weren't brought up um, with understanding our emotions. We weren't being told. We was told to check ourselves, but we weren't told to say, "Hey, why do you feel like that?" Or will you make rational decisions when you functioning out of that emotion? I can't tell you how many times I was mad, did something, and then came back like, okay, I over exaggerated. If I wasn't upset, I wouldn't have went that far or wouldn't have did that even.
Yo, yeah, we've had conversations, and even I am trying to start, because like how we grew up, our parents didn't care how we felt. you
Hmm.
know it was just like, you do what I say because I said so. And even I sometimes say something like that, because I said. And we talked about how do you how do you make your children have emotional intelligence. And it's by, you told me, like, ask them, how do you feel? We don't ask our kids, like, think about it, especially us. When do we ask our kids, how do you feel? Or
Mm.
why are you angry? Why are you mad?
And that's what basically emotional intelligence is the awareness of your emotions. There's levels to it, but that's the start, especially for kids. When I was younger, I was told I was too young to have emotions. You ain't got no damn feelings. You too young. You don't know what feelings is. Like, oh damn.
Right,
Like, hey, so I had that type of upbringing. So, and I was told as a boy you don't supposed to cry. So,
right.
no one taught me how to express my emotion. Like when my son mad, I just scream it out. Go ahead, go in the room and yell until you calm down, and we talk about it. And then I talk to him, why you so mad? Because when he mad, he ain't talking to me. So okay, go expend that. That's what I do though. When I was talking about the pressure cooker, sometimes something will happen and you can't function in that time period. I mean, you can, but it's better to let off a little steam and then come back and evaluate. That's why I said until you grasp the concept, um, just take a step back, until you calm down and then go back and analyze it. Go back and look at the situation.
Mm.
Is more beneficial. And then because for me, it's like I said, if somebody know your triggers, they can push them. Some people respect your boundaries, and some people push your boundaries. And if they know something can make you tick, then that's what they go do. So, I mean, you can take that away from them. Frankie Blanco's in the building. What up, Frankie? So you can take that away from them by simply working on yourself.
Yeah. It's a superpower actually when you have emotional intelligence because you can walk in the room and if you know, something not right or a certain way, then I mean, you can have a whole group against you. If you got
Mm-hmm.
emotional intelligence, you can feel it.
Mm-hmm. You can feel the vibe of the room. And that's what I was saying. It's not only understanding what emotion you're functioning out of, but you'll be able to understand where other people at and what emotions they're functioning out of. Like I said, if you see someone angry, you know how to approach them. If you have emotional intelligence, there's no point of me trying to reason with someone who's unreasonable. So and then another level is, are people able to express? That's another level of emotional intelligence. You being able to express yourself in that emotion. And there's been events on here where I hope people seen that within me. Like, even though I was upset, I was able to articulate my words in a way where I got my point across without, you know, screaming, yelling, or really blowing up. And that's important too, because there's gonna be times where you have to have hard conversation, and you have to have those in different emotions. So you have to be able to control that emotion and articulate yourself, still express that emotion through your vernacular, but um, also your tone. You can do it with the tone, but you don't have to be belligerent. You don't have to be outside yourself. And that took me years to understand and learn. And I'm still working on that because this time where it'd be like, mother effer, who that? Who you think you're talking to? And you'll catch me on one of those days. But I try to take every opportunity. I try, and it's hard. It's not easy. It's easy to say but hard to do. People be like, I'm emotional intelligent. Like, no, I know people who have high emotional intelligence, and I'm nothing like them because I'm a spitfire. I will still spit, especially in person. On here is different. I can log off and okay, but in real life, like, nah. E Money on the beats in the building. What up, E? Appreciate you. But yeah, this is something that you practice. This is something, but you have to look for the opportunity. And that's why I always say it's important to being in the now, because it'll be situations where you can work on this. You just got to be conscious of it. And it's hard. It's hard because, and it's easy, like, it's easy for me to say it, right? But the reality is this, people have different triggers, different things people have deeper connections to. So what bothers someone might not bother me, and what bothers me might not bother someone. I know I have what I call supreme triggers. Like, if you do this, um, it's up and it's stuck. But then I have other triggers, like, okay, I just know not to deal with you no more. So, I know I have levels, so I expect everyone else to have levels. And that's even what you want to consider emotional intelligence, is being aware of other people's emotion. But it's not from the sense or my own personal perspective, but observing theirs and respecting them for them. People go see things and feel things differently from other people. And that shows, I mean, social intelligence, there's no social intelligence without emotional intelligence, really. But, that would probably fall in the category of more social intelligence. Did I lose you already? So what do people think?
I'm still here.
Oh, but see, I think. I think it's useful to, start with the youth with this. 'Cause I didn't really learn it until I was like 28, 29.
People start with what?
Having the kids be aware of what emotion they feeling and why they feeling that way. Like, okay, you see you angry, you upset. And you see what you do. You see what happens when you angry and upset versus when you're not. And why are we like this? Like I always ask my son, and he'll tell me, and then I explain to him, and he'll understand sometimes. Sometimes he won't. But when he understand, I can see he be like, okay, I'm tripping. But when he don't, he just be like, he just headstrong with it. So it's a process, but it's a necessary process. And I mean, these are kids, so I think we owe that to them, you know, um, is to take them through that process. And it's hard. It's not easy. I got a 4-year-old. I can't imagine having a teenager.
Right. Just think about it. We was talk this in school.
Mm. But then they
Yeah.
won't be able to be manipulated neither. That's the thing, because once you're in control of your emotion, unless you give other people control, they won't have it. Unless you accept things. So even a lot of indoctrinations wouldn't work. Most people are stimulated and become impulsive because of emotion. That's why they got prisons now. I mean, they got music stimulating different emotions, movies stimulating different emotions, um, video games stimulating different emotions. If they taught it to you, they won't be able to manipulate you. That's just my opinion.
Do you feel like water signs are able to grasp emotional intelligence? They typically grasp emotional intelligence quicker, or it doesn't really matter.
You know what I noticed about water signs? I wouldn't say like I said, I think it's levels. I think they able to express their emotions a lot better if that's good or bad. Like either they gonna love you or they gonna hate you. I think they able to express it easier um, than other signs. I think they do have that level. But as far as grasping it, I can understand that theory just off of what I said. They more in tune with their emotion. I think earth signs and water signs are more in tune with their emotion. I think fire signs and wind signs are more conscious. I see them more on the conscious level. Pisces in the building. But yeah, that's how I see it. Like I notice most fire and wind signs, they be more on the conscious tip, more in tune with the way they think. And the water and earth signs be more in tune with their emotion. I think expression for um, water signs, because I don't know. I mean, if you even look at the representation, like water flows. So I noticed that. But then with earth signs, I noticed a lot of earth signs, either they super grounded or they super explosive. So, I mean, that's just duality. Either you got it and you really got it, or you don't have it and it's loose. Like, I done seen some earth signs that was, boy, well, yeah, I can definitely see that. But um, I think, just my opinion, I just think it'd be good to start teaching kids, at least making them aware of their emotions. Versus how, the descriptions we gave of our upbringing, having being told we don't have feelings at a certain age, or even if it's um, our emotions or feelings don't matter at a young age. That can, it can give you um, trauma. I'm not gonna say it will or it does, but it can. It's a possibility. Because I hear people, men now that say, I don't know how to cry because I was never allowed. I heard grown men say that, like they want to cry, they just don't know how because they were never allowed to cry. And I'm like, damn. And I can understand because if we cry, we get hit. Oh, you crying? Pow, right in the chest. Nah, I give you something to cry for. Like, oh, damn, you can't have hurt feelings and cry as a kid? Nope. Bow. That's just how we came up. I ain't saying it's wrong. I ain't saying it's right. PIA, you a Taurus too? Yeah, it's about to be Taurus season, people. Make way for the bulls.
I ain't hear if you said it or not, but to a grown person who don't have emotional intelligence or need to work, how would you work on that?
Same way as, a child, but same way I said to the child. I mean, first, like I said, you have to be aware. You have to be in tune with your emotion. Know where it's coming from. Know why you in that emotional state. That's the very first step I always tell people to take. Understand the how and the why. Why, especially when you had an emotional shift. So if you're happy and somebody says something and it pisses you off, if you went from happy to pissed off, why? Oh, because this person said something. Okay, that's not deep enough. Why did it make you mad? Why did it change your mood? What power within those words changed your mood? You have to figure that out because if you don't, somebody else can just come by and do that. Come by and say that. Come by every time somebody say it, you will get upset. Like this, for instance, I give you an example with myself, right? Um, the N word. I get upset. Even now, I don't get upset. I just don't like it, right? But I used to get upset when people said it. First, it was just people of non-melanated complexion, and then it became everyone. After I think I told the story about my grandmother. After she heard me say it, and she broke down crying, and that messed me up. Like I'll never say it again, and I don't like people around me saying it. So I had to why does this affect me like this? And it was because of my grandmother, right? Because of what she experienced and what she went through. So after I knew, I was able to make peace with it. Okay, I don't like it, but I'm not gonna let it make me upset to the point where I get into an altercation or I get triggered or I get upset. I just don't like it. And if I feel a person knows I don't like it and being super disrespectful and still doing it, then we're gonna have a talk. But I'm not gonna lose my cool. My whole thing was learning how to control myself. And I knew to control myself, I need to first control my emotions because that's what got me in trouble. So to be aware, to know why and how, but you have to be in the moment because usually people reflect, right? They go through the incident and after it's over, they look back. But that only do well if you learn something and practice it or apply it the next time. So it worked like that too. I mean, you can start there. Even if it happens and then you go back and evaluate it and then come forward. But hold on one second. Let me I just realized I keep thinking it's a weekday.
Okay, well,
It's,
while you do that, I'll tell a story about me and my situation, right?
mm-hmm,
So I used to be really insecure, like really insecure when I was younger, right? And I was always a pretty girl, but that's what it is. Like you could be a really pretty girls could still be insecure. Like still, right? And let me tell you something. I used to be with guys that would play on that shit. Like, let me tell you something. Men know when a woman is insecure.
Mm-hmm.
right? Because then another woman walk in the room, he'll start looking at her, he'll start doing certain things. He knows to play on your top. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I used to have men that would do that for a while. And I don't know, I would just let it happen. Like I would just feel some type of way, right? And then eventually I had to check myself and I had to ask myself, I had to ask myself, why am I insecure? What is wrong with me? You know what I'm saying? At that time, and I still am kind of a little chunky, y'all, but I was way heavier back then, right? So I felt insecure about myself. I was insecure about my weight, how I looked, and all that. So I had to come to terms with that. I had to face the music. So then when you come to terms, now it's like, okay, so what you gonna do? Either you gonna change or you gonna stay stuck and be insecure.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And so I was like, nah, I want to change. So I started everything that I felt insecure, I felt insecure about, I started changing about myself.
Now check this out, sis. I done created a system, right? To get stuff done, right? And I call it the AAA system. And I think, hold on, do I got it up here? I don't know if I erased it, but that's basically the way you described you did that is, yeah. Let me put this up. But exactly the way you said that, and that's how you take care of it. You got to first be aware of the problem or the situation. Then you have to accept it. Like, okay, I accept I'm in this spot. In your case, look, I'm aware I gained weight, but you have to accept it to take the next step, which is action. Now I got to do something about it. Because what happened is people become aware, but they don't accept. Until you accept that you put yourself in this situation, you ain't gonna get yourself out. I mean, the more people, you ever see somebody have an issue or a problem and blame it on everyone else, and they never fix their issue or problem because they just keep finding more people to blame it on instead of saying like, "Hey, I did this. I can get out of this. Let me do something about it." That's why I always say responsibility and accountability. The more you have it, the more that's like a superpower too. Being able to be responsible and accountable for yourself. Cat Daddy, I don't know if I said what up, but I appreciate you, brother. What up, Nine? Cat Daddy is in the building. Shout out to Sensei. My biz ad. Sis had me up here cooking. Forgot to greet the Sensei. That's why I say it's nothing
Hey, Cat
wrong with that.
Daddy. Hey, Crafty Leo, PIA. Sorry, y'all I didn't speak. E Money, Bronze. Shout out to y'all.
Brown said that's why I say nothing wrong with having that confidence in yourself. Most are afraid of themselves. Yeah, because people be thinking because you're confident. We was talking about that last night. People would mistake your confidence for arrogance. So people will try to make you feel bad for being confident. So some people, they don't even develop confidence. But I don't feel bad for knowing what I know how to do. I ain't feeling bad for that. I'm straight. But people will try to make you feel bad. Oh, you think you this, you think you that. Like I know what I am, so I don't think anything. That's you. You the one thinking. I don't think I'm nothing. I know what I am. And that's just confidence. I know what I am and I know what I ain't. I don't, you don't be saying me try to do all this other stuff. No, I just know what I'm good at and I'm gonna do what I do. You know, and people mistake that for confidence. I mean, mistake that for arrogance. Even self love. People, oh, you conceited. Like it is some conceited people, but even think of that. Like, how you love yourself too much? I mean, I can see you over exaggerating, then you faking, you acting. But loving yourself ain't nothing wrong with that. But people, I mean, I wouldn't even say when I see people, I don't consider it conceited. I'm looking like, damn, bro, you trying to convince me you this. So it's more of a I can understand like it's not even self love. It's people trying to convince you they something. So even in that sense, I don't even consider that. They just made a word for it, but that just shows lack of self love. Like you need validation from other people. I mean, it's nice to get, you know, compliments and stuff from other people, but when you go out doing things just for that, that's something internally wrong, in my opinion. That's just my opinion, but that's something internally wrong. My business. But yeah, back to emotional intelligence. This is something that you have to practice though. I mean, the more you practice it, you have to look for the opportunities to practice it. So you have to be aware, but that's why, like, even when people say, "Oh, emotional intelligence, you don't have it or you need it," I just don't see many people breaking it down to the point where they telling you how to do it. And I know I may say make it sound so easy and simple, but I'm telling you, it's not. You have to be in the moment, and even after the moment, you got to do like a reflection in the moment and a reflection after. And sometimes, like I said, just step back. When you're feeling that initial emotion, step back so you can analyze that emotion. Because until you learn how to process the emotion, you ain't gonna be able to do it in real time. I ain't gonna say you're not, but I'm saying it'll be very difficult to do it to confirm, contain, and control that emotion in the moment if you're not used to it. But the more you step back and you go through that process, the quicker you'll get through the process, and you'll be able to do it in real time. But even that, you know, um, like I said, anybody can come on here and say things, but over here we seeking solutions. So we giving you tools you can use to solve your problem. This is where anti will do a commercial. We're anti. She mad at me because I'm talking about emotional intelligence. Now I'm a troller. And Tay fell asleep on
Nah, I'm here when you
me.
talk. But if you are a woman and you jealous of another woman, check yourself. Ask yourself, why is you jealous? Because I'm telling you, I used to be like that. You know what I'm saying? Another woman walk in. Now I'm to the point, I ain't even where I want to be weight-wise, but I'm insecure that another woman can walk in and I can say, you look good. Girl, that's cute. What's that you got? You know what I mean? I'm able to compliment somebody and not feel no type of way. But check yourself first. Ask yourself, why are you hating on another person or another
Hmm.
woman?
I never understood that. I heard women say that before. But even when I think of guys, like when it comes to like cars and stuff, people, oh, he think he this because he got this car. Like, no, you thinking that. Like every time I used to hear one of my boys, oh, he think he this because like, do you know him? No. Well, you thinking that. How you gonna know what this man thinking because he driving this car? Maybe he bust his ass to get that car. You don't know. But you saying what you think. So you like you said, you gotta check yourself. Why you hating on? Why you feel some type of way because somebody else got something, or someone else look like something, or I had to do that. Well, I didn't get jealous, but um, like I used
Right.
to
And if
think
you
like
a man and you ain't got no money, you mad at the men that got money, check yourself. Get your pockets together.
get it together, get it together, get them pockets right, get them pockets right.
No,
I was
because
like,
you got men too that be mad at other men because they do stuff for women. I don't like me. I hate men that say stuff like that.
yeah, I've been called simps, Captain Save the, you know. And it's like, nah, because I can treat women a certain way or I can do certain things with my woman. Do you
Right. That's
think,
weird. I don't like
yeah.
that. Like, check yourself.
And shit, I'm talking about I'm married and it's certain things like people see, like, oh, she got you whipped. Like, how she got me whipped? Oh, look at that. Look at this. And I'm looking like, shit, you don't know what she do. She deserved that shit. This woman had 2 kids for me. You know what she been through? She wanted, she can have it. I don't care. I can do it. But this, it ain't pimping if you got it. It ain't tricking if you got it.
Right. It ain't tricking if you got it.
I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, people get upset at that. I've been told I'm messing it up for men treating my woman like what? What is you talking about? Like that shit sounds weird. I literally had somebody tell me that
Do you think it's just because they're projecting?
because they can't do it.
Because they can't do it. That's why.
Because they can't do it. I mean that would be more projecting their insecurities. But then that would probably fall under more deflecting. Um, that probably fall under more deflecting because they can't do it and you can. They want to make it look bad. They so what's happening is they're deflecting off the fact that they can't do what you can do. That's basically they steering away from that and trying to make it seem like what you're doing is bad when in actuality they feel bad because they can't provide what you can. So that'll fall under more deflecting. And people do that often, you know, because they can't reach a certain height or do a certain thing. They think is if anybody else doing it, then you bougie, you'll sell out. Like think about it, right? We talk about like the black community, and we talk about how we need to be educated, we need to do this and do that. But when people do that, then they bougie, they sellouts, they this, they that, and it's like, hold on, man. Now, first we want people to get educations. When they get the educations, now, oh, they think they better than us. Like what? Well, they did better, then they doing better. That's what it is. If somebody do better, or if they, attack things differently and get results, then it is what it is. If I try and you don't, then how am I not better? People be wanting participation trophies. Definitely, you can ask the question. You can definitely ask the question. This is a spot. Just be respectful, please. Because I know Commander probably in the bushes, and I know Anti down there. Just be respectful, but yeah, you can ask the question. Is Jesus God? No, Jesus is not God. Not only in the Bible does it state Jesus is not God, but also in a lot of the Apocrypha texts and a lot of the Gnostic texts, and a lot of the Hebraic texts, stated. If you want to know when Jesus became part of the Trinity, you'll have to look in history and go look at the Council of Nicene. And even from a historical aspect, it tells you that's when Jesus was anointed as the Son of God during that council. So it's not even, that's why I say it's not in the Bible that he's the Son of God. I mean, that he's God. But in the Bible, he asked for his Father multiple times. So, no, Jesus is not God. Is he a prophet from Allah? Is he a prophet from Allah? In my opinion, I wouldn't use the term Jesus, and it depends how you, because when you say Jesus, then we have to go to the origin of the name, right? So, the name Yeshua or Yahweh in Hebrew means Joshua. So when you translate that to Greek, because it went from Hebrew to Greek, it translates into Isus. right? And then it's transliterated, right? First they translate it, then they transliterate it. And if you understand what transliteration means, is not that they took the name or the word and found a similar word in the next language, but they took the sound of the word, found a similar sound, and created a new word. So that's why I say if you use the name Jesus. Now, if you talk about Yehoshua or Yeshua, is it a prophet from Allah? The very one of the very first names written, and the very first names written for God was Allah, because it was written in Aramaic. You don't get to even Elohim or Yahweh or El Shaddai. You don't get to those names until you get into the Hebrew. So I think you can consider a prophet. You might even be a prophet. You know what I'm saying? I can be a prophet. You know, I mean, anybody can be a prophet. Um, so, I mean, it's a possibility.
Yeah, because Jesus and Allah, how can you even mix that? I don't even, you know what I mean?
But
You
that's why I
can,
say if it's written in Aramaic, because it is some text in Aramaic where you get, I forgot how to say the name, but it's Messiah. Is never Jesus in the old text. When
oh,
they
okay.
say Jesus in the old text, they talking about it doesn't say Jesus. You don't get the name Jesus until the New Testament. So in the
Right.
old text is Messiah, and they recognize that as Jesus. And I would have to show you um, a documentary. You would have to go find people who say this, but it's a difference of the Bibles they write up for scholarship, and is the difference in those Bibles versus the Bibles they create for mass consumption. And if you get your hands on an older Bible that's translated from Hebrew, you'll see a lot of times in the Bible it is a lowercase. First, they didn't have any capital letters back then, but that's not even the point. It's a lowercase g with an s at the end, meaning multiple gods, more than one. But then when you get the standard, that's mass produced, it just say God. So even that was done for a reason. But you'll have to see it to understand it, unless you in the academic, unless you into studies, and then you would know. Like when I was in my theology class, I'm looking like, hold on, man, this book a little different, with footnotes and everything. So it's like, yeah, dogma free. What up, though? Appreciate you. So who is God? Allah, Jesus? Neither one of them.
For real. If you
Neither
talking
one of
about
them is
God the
God.
creator,
Yeah. So
that
even these are all. Look, I'll tell you, like I'm trying to be politically correct, but I'll tell you like this: they're if you technically, even if you're looking in a religion, they never ever said this is God's name. All those were depictions or descriptions of God. No one truly knows God's name, but the Creator, the it's a word, right? I want you to look this word up. It's called anthropomorphism, right? And I'll tell you this: anytime they give God human attributes, that ain't God. That's someone's description. That's how they understanding or explaining it. That's just someone else's description. I'm just being real. I am Muslim and we respect all prophets and Holy Quran, never disrespect Jesus as a Christian book do. Hey, I know. And you know what? Out of all religions, I'm being honest, I respect Muslim because it's a lifestyle, you know. Being a Muslim, that's that you live that. So I respect that. That's why I say, I'm trying to answer not the questions in the academic aspect, but uh, I already knew you was, Muslim from the way that the conversation was going. But, maybe, I can say, because I studied all these religions. I not only studied them, I practiced them. So I don't believe in anything. I know things now. So like my connection with the divine, even to use the term God, for me, it can't even explain source. I mean, the creator. That's the closest thing, the creator of all. You know, that frequency, that energy. Um, the master designer. You know, I don't think the creator needs a book. You know, we are the book. Just like those people had connections with the creator, we can too. And we can write our own story. You know, that's what I rock with. No, we can write our own story. We all have the divine spark within us. We just express it or understand it. You know, some people use religion to understand the connection between them and the creator. I would just say this: practice it and study it for yourself to the point where you don't need a middleman. And I don't care what you believe in, and you shouldn't need a middleman. You don't need a middleman. But yeah, yeah, Jesus never said that. uh, Jesus, you got to think about this. It's only a couple books with words that Jesus actually said. Everything else is secondhand account. Even in the Bible, that's all secondhand account. Everyone, the people, the authors of those Bibles or those books, were telling you their experience with Jesus. That wasn't even what Jesus said himself, right? So that's why you see conflicting stories, because it's different people telling the story. And even those people didn't write the story. It was their apostles that wrote about what they said about Jesus. So now we're talking about a third hand account when we're talking about biblical, if you take it for truth at all. You know, I'm just I guess I'm playing devil's advocate, but if you take it for truth at all, even the people Mark, Luke, John, they didn't write the books. It was the people who they told the stories to who wrote them. And that was written, I think the earliest was like 60 to 100 years after the death of the apostle. And I think it was, I can't remember which one. Was it Matthew? No, might have been John. Was the first one. They said it was closest to the death. But then you don't even know where these people bodies. You don't have death certificates. So how you even know that? Like, it's, I don't know, man. I don't know. It just, math don't be mathing to me. And it's like, hold on, man. What? They didn't actually write this? Who wrote it? Oh, they wrote it? Oh, when did they write it? Oh, hundreds of years after they was gone. Hold on. So how we know any of this shit? Oh, man. Like, it's wild. But I mean, I entertain it. Yeah, he never said that. He never said I am God. He said people mistake in the Bible when he said the only way to the Father is through me. Oh, that's him saying I'm God. Like, how is that him saying I'm God? There's another text in there. Uh, me and the Father are one. Like, me and my kids are one. What are you talking about? My kids, they got my DNA. How we ain't one? I gotta pay for them. I gotta take care of them, even when they grown. You know, I'm still one with my mother and father and my people. So, I mean, do we even know the lingo they spoke back then? Like, do we understand that? Because, we'd say one thing, but it actually means something else. So how we know what's going on? There's so many questions. So not enough answers. More questions for more questions for more questions. But whatever vehicle people use to make them a better person, then use that vehicle. But what happens is, like this brother said in the chat, people weaponize God nowadays. They weaponize, like, how you gonna weaponize Jesus? He came back to correct all the messed up stuff God did, and now you trying to weaponize Jesus? Like, oh man, that's wild. And then it's funny how they bounce back from God to Jesus. If Jesus came to correct all the things from the Old Testament, why are we still talking about the Old Testament? So even when people use it goes against God for homosexuality, well, Jesus came back and forgave all that. So what is you talking about? What did Jesus say about it? Jesus came back to update everything. So what did Jesus say? I actually don't know that. There you go, Anti. I don't know that. 755 in the building. What up, sis? Yeah, you gotta discern history, theology, philosophy, psychology, etymology, sexually all in one. Yeah, you got to. When you looking at that, when you looking for truth. I was just telling sis earlier, man. Like you caught me like 12 years ago. Oh man, I was really into all this. I was really into it. Now it's like after practicing and studying so long, I just realized it's about being now present, So that's why I talk about, personalities and behavior, because it's about being present. What can we do now? And that's what I know, you know. I don't want to keep looking to the past because, um, you know, that's like when people say the end of the world. Every generation of people thought the world was going to end in their generation. Everybody do that. You know why? Because they put fear in you that the world go in since a kid. So as you growing up, you just been waiting for the world to end. The world gonna end. Oh, look what's happening now. We at war. People start building nuclear shelters, and people get stuck in them for months, thinking they about to get bombed, and nothing happened. 2000. Oh, the world go in. The Mayan calendar ended. Oh, the world go in. The world been ending since the world been ended. The world ends for everybody on this planet. When you close your eyes and don't open them no more, the world ended for you. So everybody gonna go through that process. Just don't rush it. People be wanting the whole world to go with them. Like, you trying to take the whole world? Damn. Oh, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I respect you too, man. Like I don't like I got a lot of like I practice or study with a lot of cool people who took me into their mosque, took me in to the different I haven't practiced with Jehovah Witnesses. But I wasn't able to go into the Jewish church, but my homeboy, he was a doctor. Well, he's still a doctor, but his dad was a rabbi. So I was able to go to their house and, have conversations and get different understanding from a Jewish rabbi. So that's why I didn't know, like, man, Jewish people be banging on Christian people. Hey, man, Jewish people be banging on them. I didn't know that until, like, oh man, like, I didn't know. I thought they was all the same until I started learning. Like, oh no, this is different because you get to like the Hebrew Israelites and they be banging on Christians too, but not like, bro. Like they be breaking down the Bible, like the New Testament. They be breaking it down, like, and that's when I first heard the argument. Like that's not even uh, a Hebrew writing. That's like Greek stuff. Like what? And he was like, yeah, the Masoretic text was originally written in Greek. And I'm like, what? They said they took our stories and other people's stories. And I'm like, oh, that's what happened. And I heard that straight from, a rabbi mouth. Like, oh, I didn't know that. Thanks for telling me. And then you're able to look at it like, okay, okay, okay. They talked about the coming Messiah, the Messiah coming. Because if you ask Jewish people, the Messiah never came, hasn't come yet. Did you know that?
Say that again.
I appreciate you for subbing to the channel. Nate the Great in the building. I said, did you know, like, when you talk to Jewish people, they don't believe the Messiah has come yet. They don't believe Jesus was the Messiah. They believe he was just a prophet.
Yeah, yeah, I knew that.
So they don't believe the Messiah even came yet. So, but I didn't know that until I started studying and practicing. I thought it was before that. I thought it was all the same. I thought it was like Catholics and Christian, and that's not even the same. Uh,
Yeah, because they believe they are the chosen ones,
Catholicism. Yeah,
right?
Catholicism. Um, who the Catholics? They believe that they have the authority of Jesus Christ. I wouldn't say chosen ones. The uh, Jews or Hebrews believe they're the chosen one. The Catholics believe they're ordained by Jesus Christ.
When was you talking about? When you talking about Jewish or no?
I was talking about the Catholics and Christianity, two
Oh,
different
okay, okay.
things.
I thought you were talking about Jewish.
Yeah, I appreciate you for that, bro. Yeah, I talk more about personal development, but I do have a history with religion, and depending on what type of history you're talking about, usually the history I know is around religion. You start asking me about wars and stuff like that, I don't really know all that. But you ask me about historical uh, events around religion, then that's more my forte. I try to stick to what I know. Dee 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 in the building. Dee Dee in the building. Dee 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 in the building. What up, Dee Dee?
Hey, 755. Hey, Dee. Whoever else came in. Hey,
Getting
y'all.
lit. Miss Lit herself in the building. PIA is in the building. Then we are in the Matrix. E Money with the beats, man. E Money, I gotta. Yeah, we got. I keep saying that, brother. I know. I'm gonna definitely get with you. I just can't do emails. I think you on Instagram. It's hard for me to email. Did he say, "Hey, Tay"? Yeah, but that was
Hey, girl. Hey.
it's always interested to hear different people perspective and experience with religion. Sometimes I be learning new things, like just some people just have stuff that you never heard before, or perspective you never looked at before. So I always be interested, having those conversations, as long as people be respectful. I think I can have any conversation, but I'm not interested once you start getting disrespectful. And there's no point. We ain't getting nowhere. It just becomes an argument. So wasting my time. And that's emotional intelligence too, going back to the topic. um, just knowing, like, if someone like, was we having a conversation earlier? I'd be saying so much stuff, I'd be forgetting who I done said it to and how I said it. But I know I was talking earlier, and I was saying how you can say something to someone, and because they're in a certain emotional state, they may take it a different way, than normally. So you got to be aware of that, and you just know if it's even worth your time trying to have a conversation with someone, because maybe they too upset to even hear you. Maybe they too sad to listen to you, So why waste your time and energy? HP is in the building. Since I was just rewatching your live, Anti put it in our chat. I was in the chat and then I fell asleep. And I'm like, hold on, man, I miss HP. But yeah, that reading, you was talking D Shep's reading. Yeah, I wish I would have came over there now. I didn't know you was over there reading. But y'all go check out Sis. Go check out HP.
Oh, yeah, she talking about the eclipse. I was in the bushes.
Yeah, I didn't finish watching it, but I think I'm like, I stopped right after D Shep's reading. When Blended walked in, I didn't hear Blended's reading, but then I called y'all and just started the show. So I'm gonna go back and listen to that. Yeah, y'all get over there to HP and check her out. Sis be on fire. I'm telling you, Sis be on fire. Definitely go check her out. But this is something I just think people, you just got to be aware of. You got to be aware of and take advantage of the opportunities that you get to practice it. And the more you practice it, the better you get at it. I'm not gonna lie. When you, like, with me, I like to see how far I came and how far I gotta go. So when I'm in a good mood and I know I'm gonna get the opportunity, I get ready for it and I get excited. Like, okay, now I get to practice it. But sometimes you get caught off guard and you gotta pull yourself, like, okay, look, I gotta do it, I gotta do it, I can't do this, I can't do that. You gotta tell yourself that. Talk to yourself. I promise you. And they try to make you seem crazy when you talk to yourself. No, because sometimes the only person who can make sense to you is gonna be you. You know, I mean, especially in those moments. You know, when you question yourself, then you gotta listen. You gotta listen. So, I mean, it's been times where people been trying to calm me down. I ain't hit nothing, nothing. But when I began to talk to myself, I always heard myself. Like, why are you doing this? You can't do this, bro. You know what you can lose if you do this, bro. Man, look, you done work too hard. Don't do this, man. Don't. You gotta talk yourself down. You know, I'm just giving you some tools to use. You know, those are some tools you can use. Talk to yourself. When you feel that emotion, ask yourself why. Practice that with any emotion. Practice it with the good emotions, with the positive emotion, and that way you'll already be conditioned to ask to do it with the bad emotion. That's sauce. Look, man, I'm giving y'all sauce, bro. People get paid for this, right? And I'm giving it to you. it take you 12 weeks to get to this. So yeah, talk to yourself, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. They try to make it seem bad because it's good. The world is backwards and upside down. It's backwards and upside down. So when you get from the upside down, you still be doing stuff backwards. You gotta flip both of those. It's so within, so without. It's so above, so below. Oh, I can break that down. How they flipped all that. You looking down, you looking up when you're supposed to be looking down. Why is that? You looking without when you're supposed to be looking within. Hey, Rooted, what up, though? Appreciate you, fam. Appreciate you. Hey, dog, my man. I mean, it's a process, man. It's a process. Is being a weirdo. You know, that's what I tell people because even my kid's young. My kid's 4 year old, but my little dude, he looked like a 6, 7 year old. He a big boy. Oh, I ain't gonna say 6, 7. He looked like he like 5 or 6 though. He a big boy, and he got an attitude on him. And I'll be having to snatch him up because like he be pushing my baby like this your little sister, bro. You can't do that. And one day I was pointing my finger like, don't do that. And he grabbed my finger and tried to bend it. And I grabbed him like, you know how little you is? Like, you know, you can go through a wall. Chill out. Like, you're not bigger than me. He be thinking he can whoop me. Like, he be grimming me looking. I'm looking like, oh, no. Like, no, 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 no. So, yeah. You just got to remember, like, I don't, like, I probably pop him in the butt, but I can't whoop him. You know, I got abused when I was younger by my stepfather. So I believe you can get your message through, but you got to pop them sometimes. You know, you do got to pop them, and you do it early. You won't have to do it later. You know, you get them in line when they're young. You don't have to worry about. I ain't gonna say you won't have to worry about them, but that ideally, you know, if you catch them young, you don't have to worry about them when they're older. Oh yeah, he tested Rooted. Oh, Rooted. My daughter tested me. She won. My daughter be testing me. I be like, man, y'all kids are crazy. Like, do you know when I was growing up, my head probably would have been mounted on the wall by now. Like with y'all, with what my son and daughter do, boy. I can remember my first whooping. I think I was 3. I took the starch. My grandmother used to have this big old canister of starch under the table that she cooked with. I remember I took it from under the table and I was trying to pour some and poured it all out on the floor. Man, my grandmother whooped my butt. The container was bigger than me. It was like one of those big old plastic containers, you know, in Home Depot buckets, one of them, but it was bigger than that, than the standard size. Them old chitlin buckets, that's what it was them old chitlin buckets. Y'all remember them big old chitlin buckets? That's what it was. Man, my grandmother beat the crap out of me, man. I think I was 3 or 4. 3 or 4. Yeah. Yeah, we get whoopings from the womb. But that's emotional intelligence though, in a nutshell. It's something that just got to be practiced and look for the opportunities when you feel, and start with the good ones, right? Start identifying the good emotions. When you're happy, understand what made you happy. What about this made you happy? There's a positive benefit in that because now you know how to stimulate happiness within you. Oh man, yeah. Now you know how to stimulate happiness within you. Yes, the red and green buckets. Yeah, it was the green ones, bro. We had the two big green ones. And no, we had two big green ones and a red one. When the red one was sugar, we had flour and starch. It was sugar, flour, and starch always under the table. Oh, big old buckets of it. But that's what you just start with that, being aware. And then once you become aware of yours, you'll be able to identify other people. And the last part I don't think I got to is to be aware of other people. Like when it comes to other people, when you starting off, just look for awareness. Just see if they aware of their own emotions, or they can. Are you aware if they can contain their own emotion? Are you aware if they can control their own emotion? Because if you usually when people are in the emotions, they become impulsive. So sometimes people will do things they wouldn't normally do. So you have to be aware of that because guess what? You can incite that. You can do something to make it worse. So if I know my wife upset, it's just certain things I don't do. I play with her and joke with her all the time, but when she upset, I let her ride it out. Let her be upset. I'm not gonna go playing with her. That's gonna piss her off even more. That's what sometimes I do. Sometimes I do bother. I know when she mad, I mess with her some more. But normally I don't do it. If she mad and I think it's stupid, then I pick with her. But that's what emotional intelligence is being aware, so you know how to interact with people. If you can, on your point, you have to understand if are you able to function out of these emotions, and then be aware of other people can. If you know somebody, blow up, when they angry, let them be angry. Let them blow off the steam. Let them have it. Come back and try again later. That's emotional intelligence. It's not only being aware of yourself, but being aware of the other emotional states that people in. Like I said, there's levels to it, but that's ultimately what you want to do. That's how you, like, if you want to be a leader, right? You have to be aware of other people's emotions because, especially, like, think about like being going to war, right? And then you in command of 20 troops, and out of 25 of those troops are emotionally imbalanced. They can't go, and you have to be aware because they can put the rest of the platoon in danger. So no, they ain't fit for action. They ain't fit for duty. So no, y'all got to go tighten that up. We ain't about to let you, put the rest of us in danger. Yeah, we know it's a stressful event, but they call that friendly fire. Knock your noodles out before we get ours knocked out. No, we don't play. Nah, but that's just an example. Like, that's an extreme example. But what I'm saying, if you are in a leadership position, you have to know if the people that you in charge of, where they at emotionally. A good leader will. Like when I worked at the hospital, there's times where I sent people home. Like, look, what we do, people depend on us. Like people live. So you're not in the right mindset right now today to do this job. And we can't afford, I'd rather work short than work with somebody who has the potential to fuck something up and somebody lose their life. I'd rather work harder. So, okay, you got the day off. Go straighten that up. That's what a good leader will do. A bad leader will make them work through it. When you dealing with somebody lives, that's 50-50, that ain't good enough. That's not good enough. Now, if you're just doing some mediocre job, I can understand that. But it depends what your duties and responsibilities are. And again, I wanted to say that because like it is some jobs Like if you working at Dollar Tree, you having a bad day, just don't put them on the register. Put them in the back. Let them stock some boxes. They can blow off some steam back there. You know, that's what a good leader do. Probably ain't gonna send you home because you're upset and mad, but we're gonna find something else more that you can do, which you won't disturb the business. That's having emotional intelligence, being able to do that. You know, I was just using an example. I just wanted to give another one because um, emotion plays a big role in day to day life. Yes, rooted, and that's why I tell people this is um, it's something that you need to know. You know, because if you don't control your emotions, someone else will. That's just what it is. If you don't have control, they go be controlled. Your emotions, your thoughts, all that stuff go be controlled. It's just who. Are you gonna control yourself, or you gotta let somebody else do it? Because like people will stimulate different things in you. If people know your triggers, I'm not saying everybody, but if people know your weaknesses, some people will exploit them. And emotions is a big weakness that all humans have. So if you don't have some type of control over it, people can exploit it. You know, think about like the scams they do on the older people. You know, they seek out older people who probably just lost a loved one that they've been with for the last 60 years. They lonely. Now you got some dude calling, being nice to you, you know, filling that gap that's missing. And the next thing you know, you done gave him your pension and he ain't calling you no more. You know, like what type of sick individual do something like that? Like this person is not only older, you taking their life saving. Not only that, but look how you got in. You preyed on their weakness like that. Like you know they're vulnerable because they just lost a loved one. And I feel some type of way because that happened to two older people in my family. You know, where they got bamboozled. Well, one was more of a friend than family, but one of them was family for sure. Like, and that to me is sickening. Like I don't even believe in taking anything from someone, but you swindled somebody else, their life, say you know they owe. That's all they got, and they probably live in check to check off of that money. People wild, bro. There's some nasty, ugly people in this world, man. You fell asleep on me, sis?
Nah, I'm here.
Come in the kitchen where I have to send the person home, or sometimes I make them work through it. Just depends. Plus, I got oils at work to help with the emotional world. And see that's what's up. You. Some people don't even look or care. Rooted. Just shows emotional intelligence. You being aware. You know that shows emotional intelligence, and you taking action. You know, like you look at it, you analyze it. Okay, you know, you cool enough to work. Okay, right now you unstable, so go ahead and go to the crib. And you even taking other actions like, look, try this. You know, so that in itself, right there, y'all definitely go check out Rooted too. Rooted got them oil, them essential oils, and you need to get back to. This is just my opinion, right? But doing natural things, using natural things, are more beneficial. You know, is I mean, if you look at studies, it'll show a lot of these chemicals eventually they start breaking your body down. But the Creator gave us nature for a reason, and those essential oils are natural. So definitely go check out Root. It got some great product. Prayers to investors in the building. I was just watching your I gotta share that out. Your stock updates. I meant to share it out before I started. Um, I was catching up to all my mention. I've been wrestling kids all day. My wife worked the weekend. I'm used to her working afternoon, but when she worked at mid shift, boy, these kids be on 10. But yeah, y'all go check out them brothers. Prayers and Rooted. You know, Prayers getting us right, explaining these stocks. Definitely check bro out. This natural is the best way for your everyday need. And look, he be educating you on them oils too, because I always been into essential oils. I just didn't know um, about them. Like I knew about certain oils, but far as how they're created, which ones are edible, Which ones are not. It was like I had to um, do research on it. But now we got somebody who did. This is what he do. So um, you can go to a reliable source and learn from it. That's his business. So it's not a hobby. It's definitely a business. So go check him out. My bad, sis. Was you about to say something?
Um, it's off topic, so no, I wasn't
Oh
gonna
no,
talk
no.
about
Go
it.
ahead. Say it. We talking. We having a chit chat. That's why I dropped the link in the chat. I know they
Oh,
probably
you
couldn't
dropped
hit it.
it?
Yeah, I dropped it twice. I know they probably. I don't know if anybody can hit it though. That's the only thing. I don't know if it's
Can't
Oh,
they
for
still
sure.
go? Can't they still go out the chat
I
and
don't
hit the
know if you
link?
can do. I don't know if you can do that, but yeah, y'all can try to hit that link. I keep dropping it. I actually pin it. The anti butt fall asleep.
Mm-mm. Yeah, I was just gonna talk about how I don't like how people be mixing. I
Oh
was
no,
being
we can talk about it.
how I just don't like how people. It's off topic though, but yeah, I'll wait.
Oh no, we can talk about it. You know how? I mean, we are out. It's peanut butter petty time anyway. Shout out to Commander. Well, yeah, it's peanut butter petty time. We passed the hour. You know, the meat and potatoes is in there. Like I said, this was an open conversation. It was supposed to be an open dialogue anyway. You know, I just wanted to talk about emotional intelligence. I only plan on talking about it for 15 minutes. But yeah, we can talk about anything. But yeah, how because even if you look like if you go back, I know what you was about to say. You know how people mix Christianity with spirituality, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you go back, I mean, the earliest documented that I found, I'm not saying it is, but just documented that I found where, well, I can't even say that because you can look at the Babylonian or the Zoroastrian. I can show you in Kemet when Amun Ra. Amun Ra was not an Egyptian god. Amun Ra came from the east, so that wasn't even an Egyptian god. So technically, they blended that religion, and that's when it became monotheism. Because before that, it was polytheism. So when Amun Ra came, you know, it became more of, in my opinion, a religion, and it turned from monotheism. I mean, from polytheism, meaning many gods, to monotheism, meaning one God. And that one God that was worshipped in Kemet was Amun Ra. So it took somebody else's beliefs and put it into their spiritual practice. But if you look at Christianity, what happened, and this is documented, you know, you can look at what Constantine did to merge the two civilizations. You know, the Hebrews at that time, the followers of Christ, the Hebrews that was following Christ, and the Greeks. And the Greeks, because at that time there was no idols, but the Greeks had idols, and they merged the two by making, I ain't gonna say sacrifices, but basically he gave all the Greek idols Christian names. So the Greeks was able to keep their idols, just rename, rebrand it, and the Christians had, you know, the protection of the Greeks at that time. Basically, that was the exchange. They got accepted into
Right.
Greek society, but people like even when you say voodoo, right? When you look at voodoo, voodoo was supposed to be an African practice, but when it came to America, when voodoo came to America, well, they say it started in Hades too, but um, they start adding angels and saints to voodoo. I mean to voodoo, and they rebranded it and called it voodoo. But voodoo is not. That's commercialized. You can't talk about Papa Shango and Saint Michael. Those two different things. And now you're starting to see it with Christianity and spirituality. People merging the two. But um, even most of the occult practices, like when you talk about Aleister Crowler, he merged. He took Kemetic science or Hermetics, as they say, but that was even taken, and they added their spin to it, which is a Gnostic belief. That's why when they say devil worshiper, they're not actually worshiping the devil, because from those texts, they believe that Lucifer was actually the light bringer. If you look at the book of Thomas, Jesus Christ described himself as Lucifer. He said he was the snake in the garden. He didn't say I was the snake, but he said I was the one in the garden that gave Eve the apple, or convinced Eve to eat the apple. That's in the book of Thomas. Jesus said that. So, even that occult, they use a lot of Christianity and Hermetics. Like when you start practicing and breaking that down, there's a lot of Christianity and Hermetics. But yeah, people, to me, I don't want to say it's a new hustle, but you can get people from both sides. Yeah, Papa Shango. What up, Commander? Yeah, they be having Papa Shango and Saint Michael drinking beers. They're like, come on, man. I'm two different. Like, don't do that to the ancestors. Don't do that. Don't do that. That ain't them over there. Treat them right. Or Papa Lego. Oh, I said Papa Shango. Prayers crack it up. I did say Papa Shango. I meant to say Papa Lego. Hey, I'm mixing voodoo with WWE prayers. Hey, I want to watch a WrestleMania earlier, so I got WWE on my head. I'm mixing voodoo with WWE. Papa Shango. I did say Papa Shango. I meant to say Papa Leg, but that's what they get. You mix Papa Leg with Christianity, you get Papa Shango. Yeah, hey, you know what, Brian? I'm thinking about on Petty Vision. I'm thinking about doing a live reaction show once I get my studio ready, because I'm gonna get a little TV down there. I got a big TV down there, but I'm gonna need a little TV to see, because I can't actually see the big TV. It's too big. Like, I had to keep moving my head back and forth. It looked like I'm playing tennis or something. It'll look like I'm watching tennis when I'm just trying to see the whole TV. So I'm gonna get a smaller TV, like a 15-inch, where I can. Yeah, it was popping. Yeah, I think that set it up for tomorrow night. I'm just waiting to see. I think that set it up for tomorrow night. Yeah, I think that's gonna set it up for the Cody Rhodes win tomorrow. WWE channel soon. Hey man, I'm gonna come over and look. Yeah, I got back into it. I didn't really watch it for a while, but I was really upset. It was worse. Look, I'm not gonna lie to you. I took it harder finding wrestling was fake than I did Santa Claus. I'm just being real. I was really pissed off when I found out wrestling was fake. Like, hold on, man, all this scripted. Like, I really like. So hold on, no matter who I want to win, they already know who gonna win. Like, nah, man. I was ticked off. I was very highly upset. I didn't even care if Santa Claus wasn't real, but you telling me, nah, man. Y'all remember Tatanka? Man, that was my dude. I liked the Tatanka. Ultimate Warrior. And now that I'm watching these shows, they was like, oh, Ultimate Warrior sucked. I'm like, that was one of my favorite wrestlers. But anyway. Yeah, I like Cody Rhodes. That's one of the reasons I start watching it again. I just like his persona. And then Randy Orton. When Randy Orton came back, I'm like, yeah. I don't know. I lost interest for a while. It wasn't like popping to me. It got too, yeah. I didn't like John Cena until he started playing in movies, and then I liked him as a wrestler. But I didn't like it. I thought that whole hip hop thing, I didn't like that. I felt some type of way, I think. I'm like, that's overboard, bro. Like, it reminded me of Malibu's Most Wanted. when, yeah, I don't know how we start talking about wrestling. Hey, did you want to say something about the spiritual? Because this will turn into a WWE night. Did you want to say something about the spirituality and religion being blended? Yeah, I be watching it different now too, bro. I just watch it to watch it, like any TV show now. I just know it's fake. I don't get invested into it. If people lose, I'll be like, that's the storyline. That's just the way the storyline is. No, the Attitude Era was that was with Stone Cold, right? No, I just didn't like John Cena. I just didn't like him. Where I stopped watching was I didn't even know Triple H. Triple H was still wrestling when I stopped watching. Triple H was still wrestling. So I missed. I didn't really watch that John, like when he was champion. I didn't watch it no more. I think when The Rock left to go to Hollywood, I think that's when I really stopped watching. But I knew it was fake before then. But it was just like I was a fair weather. I watch it every now and then. I just wasn't into it no more. I found out it was fake like the early 2000s, like probably like 99, 2000. I thought it was real this whole time. Man, we was ordering pay-per-views and everything. What the hell am I ordering this for? And it's fake. Like, oh man. He retired because his heart. See, I didn't even know that. I didn't know they was really married. Like him and Stephanie. I didn't see. I don't think I seen Goldberg in the WWE. I don't think I watched him in the WWE. I think that's around the time I left. I don't know. I can't remember. Honestly, I can't remember. I know I left before John Cena became champion. Like he had changed. I noticed he changed his whole persona. He was like, the American dude, always saluting and stuff. He went from the hip hop to the, American dude. When he did that, I wasn't watching it no more. Doink the Clown, that was my dude. Kurt Angle, yeah. Triple H, yeah. That was the Degeneration Egg. That was the jump. And when Undertaker was coming out on a motorcycle to the Kid Rock, I'm in Michigan, and I used to party with Kid Rock's drummer, the black chick, not the other dude, but the black chick. So yeah, we was that was before. That's like when all that stuff when he came out that he was racist. I was like, man, that's crazy. His kid's black. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Runs the storylines. Yeah. I don't see why. I don't know. I haven't been watching. I don't see what's so significant about Roman Reigns. He's kind of boring to me. I definitely think. I think Jimmy would have made a better champion. Yeah, I don't know. Roman Reigns just don't excite me. I'd rather see Randy Orton back on the top. Hey, that I don't know, man. Randy Orton, that whole Viper persona, that's I love that, man, because it's like he just cold blooded, man. He just like I don't know. I just like that whole persona, man. I just like that. Undertaker, Kane, Stone Cold, Cactus Jack. Oh man, yes. Bret Hart, hey man, the sharp shit, bro. I didn't know he stole that from Sting. I know the Scorpion Deathlock. I didn't know Sting was doing the Scorpion Deathlock before Bret Hart until I watched this documentary, and Bret Hart said it like, "Yeah, we gonna take that. We just gonna call it something else." I was like, "Dang, you done took Sting move, took his line and made it a hot song because." That sharpshooter is more well known than the Scorpion Deathlock. Scorpion Death Drop. I used to like that move too, but yeah, Bret Hart was a legend, man. I hate how they did it. I was watching the match on pay per view when Owen Hart lost his life. When he came down, I was like, we was watching that as kids. I remember that. I was over my boy house eating pizza, and we didn't know he, was deceased. We was like, oh, he hurt. He'll be back. And then when they say he passed, I'm like, dang, that was messed up. That was kind of traumatizing, actually. Now that I think about it, that was kind of traumatizing. We watched somebody lose their life live on, like, dang, he gone for real. Like, he ain't coming back. No more on heart. You like Gunther? I don't like Gunther, man. I don't know why. I do not like Gunther. Hey, you better save me because I'm gonna keep talking about wrestling. From DDP, yeah. Dang, yeah, the Diamond
Yeah.
Cutter. What was you gonna say about the spirituality and religion mixing?
I forgot you got to talking and then I forgot. I forgot I was gonna add, I don't know.
But you said that's the you don't like.
Yeah, I said I didn't like it, but I was gonna say something else to add to it. But
But I was talking too much.
yeah, kinda.
That was my bad. That was my bad. I was yapping at the gun, and then I started talking about wrestling.
hmm
Hey man, I enjoy reliving my childhood sometimes. Prayers said my bad thing. Hey, Prayers, we went back to the teenage, the 10, 11-year old days. Can I stay up and watch Monday Night Raw? You only got cable on one TV downstairs. You gotta ask for permission to stay up and watch Monday Night Raw. Quani man, what up, though? Yeah, I think that's But let me ask you this: if it works for people, um, because this is the question I've been asking myself. Because I say whatever vehicle people use to make them a better person, I just don't like the misinformation aspect. Because people believe and start putting their baskets in one egg, and I don't like that part. I don't like the fact that you can mislead or misguide people with it. But if it works for them, is it wrong? I don't know. I'm still pondering that. Uh-oh, you got a request, Tay.
What request?
Kwani man. Kwani said, please, he said, Tay, please give us 5 minutes of your time. I love hearing you speak your truth.
Hey, what you want to hear?
Tell me what you want to hear. But tell us about tell us why you don't like it. Like what's the because like I said, it's the for me it's the misinformation. And it's the um I just feel like I don't like giving people false hope. So I try to keep it as real and bland as possible. I don't like giving people placebos. And I think when you mix it, that's kind of sort of what you do.
hmm It's the misinformation. That's the number one thing for me. But then you're disregarding what that religion says that you can do or you can't do.
Hmm.
And that's what it's like, are you even following it at this point?
Hmm.
So you just gonna make up something? Like, nah, nah, I don't like that part of it.
And you know what? That's why I say the philosophy of the word. Like this, like people be like, "Oh, you teach." I'm not teaching you no religion. Religion, that's day stuff. This is a philosophy. This is just a new way of thinking. And I don't really, I use it. I use everything to help you understand, but I give you things to practice that's non-religion. And anybody can pick that up or put it down. But I ain't taking nobody religion and remixing it. Freaking remix. That's what's been. If you look at Christianity, that's why you get so many denominations. Like, hold on, how all y'all Christians, but all y'all believe in different things?
Cause like, I talked my sister's Christian. And I talked to her, and she was saying that like people come to her and want prayer and stuff, but they be using sage,
Mm-hmm.
and she be telling them like, well, you already didn't like prayed or whatever with sage and stuff like that, and then you want to come to me and have her like clear everything up for her, because they feel like sage is. Well, my thing is, sage is a natural herb that
Mm-hmm.
God created. Why would you deem that as bad?
Because the practice that practice it is demonic to them, and that's hoodoo and voodoo. They believe in cleansing and smudging. So that's more not. But do you know what you can smudge with in Christianity? Frankincense.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep, that's a sin of God. Frankincense is considered the sin of God. I forgot what chapter in the Bible, but it do say you can smudge with frankincense. Yeah. Well, they say if you do it, it delights God. So that's why I say it's okay because it says delightful to God. But yeah, when you
Oh, okay, I didn't know. That's
but
cool.
not
Maybe I tell my sister.
with the frankincense, like that's what the
Mm,
Catholics do. If you watch, when the Catholics be having that it look like a stick with this thing hanging and the smoke coming out of, that's frankincense.
mm.
Like if you go to a Catholic funeral, and it's a similar practice. If you look at Egyptian burials and you look at Catholic burials, you will see a lot of similarities because even embalming, the whole process of embalming, the Egyptians did the. I ain't gonna say they started it, but because they found a mummy older than Egypt in South America, so I can't say they started that embalming process, but they're the most well known for it.
Oh, I didn't know they had found a mummy.
Oh yeah, they just
Is that the Mary Lou one or whatever Mary?
I don't know the name on it. I'll figure it out. I'll find it out. I kind of just breezed through the article. I was just looking. I wanted to see how old it was, and after saying that, I wasn't really interested. I don't dive into this stuff, no more. I just become aware. I probably need to because I'm talking again. So, uh, so that's yes, frankincense is one of the holy oils. So does so much. Yeah. Hold on. What did I just do? Why did I say leave site? Okay. Okay, so that's my question for Tay.
Hmm?
What was your question for Tay? Thank you. Oh, for sure. I think he was just saying that was his question for Tay. Can you speak? Give him 5 minutes of your time. No problem, Kwani. No problem. Shout out to the nine. Shout out to Kwani. Appreciate you. Kwani is a great supporter of the nine. We appreciate you over here, Kwani. Don't forget to, Tay got 2 channels too, Kwani. We'd love to see you over there. Anti got a channel. I think you enjoy. intrinsics too. I'm working on a video. Um, we about to make a small announcement.
Oh Lord.
It's in the comments. Okay, hold on. Let me go up. Question for today is in the comment.
He asked the question.
I think he did. I don't know. It might not have came up. I gotta turn. I know if I don't turn it on, like all questions, I don't see all the questions on my thing. Oh, I hooked up Streamlabs too. I just don't. I didn't put no commands in it, but I synced it to my um. I synced it to my YouTube, but I gotta figure out because you can do like donations, and the donations can be read, like the questions can be read, and I want to do that, So like doing certain shows, activate that, and people got any questions that want to be read, we can put that up there. But I plan on doing that, for future shows.
That'll be dope.
So I'm just trying to figure out that. I figured out certain parts of it. It's kind of dope. It do a little bit more than Nightbot. Yeah, it definitely do. Yeah, definitely, Quantity. Yeah, definitely check it out. There's a lot of great content creators in there. Rooted. Hey, y'all can drop y'all link. Explanation point word. Y'all can drop y'all link. So if you can't click it now, then click it in a replay. I still get that active for a couple more days. But I'm about to get rid of. I don't know if I'm gonna get rid of Nightbot and just use Streamlab or keep Nightbot and run Streamlab. I don't know yet. I'm still playing with it to see what all it can do. I ain't try to use it on my laptop yet, so I got limited access to it. So I don't really know all the bells and whistles yet. But I plan on doing that probably tomorrow. I don't think I'm going live tomorrow, so I'll probably set that up and do some more to the Discord.
Fire. Let me see. Dang, I had some questions. That frankincense resin that you burn.
Okay, here go Quantity Man's question to you, Tay. You want me to read it to you?
My question was, why do it always seem that when I start moving forward and start receiving blessings in my life, and people I love start trying to use me, or it's like they know they know you're doing good. It happens. People know, people can see, like, if you was in a dark place and now you see, like, your light is shining, people can see when your light is shining. People can see that. People can see certain things about you. So you have to protect your energy. You have to protect yourself. Number one, right? To prevent them from hurting you, and then to prevent them from stopping you from receiving your blessings as well. So that's what I think. I mean, listen, when you start doing good, people see that. I'm telling you, they can see that. You don't need no bifocals to see nothing like that. People know. They ain't even gotta be right next to you knowing all your information. We all carry ourselves a certain way.
Hmm. Preach, sister. Go ahead. Mhm.
What? I'm just we all just carry ourselves a certain way, and people can see that. Like, even if you doing well, you got money, people can see that. Believe it or not, and you don't have to say nothing. You don't have to say anything about your finances. People know. So what you got to do is when you are doing good, you gotta give people put your boundaries up. You gotta protect yourself. Yeah, if you love them and you wanna let them in still, and you still wanna spend time with them, and you wanna do that. But don't let them all the way in where they come in and destroy what you got going on. And then you have to rebuild. Because that's what people do. People will sit there and take from you and then watch you crumble. So you don't want to do that. Always protect you. Always protect you first. You come first before anybody.
You want to hear something crazy? Just attesting to what you said. I had a friend, right? He know my cousin play football, and 2 years ago he signed a big contract, right? And he was like, "Man, your cousin got this contract. You ain't asking for this and that." And I'm like, "Why would I ask them for money?" Oh, that's your cousin, man. If that was my cousin, I have this, and I'm like, "Damn, bro, you use your cousin. I don't need anything. If I was in need and I asked, I'm pretty sure he'd help. But just because he got it, don't mean he earned that. He put the work in to get that, not me. He don't owe me anything.
Mhm.
Like just because I got a couple of family members that's rich, I never asked them for a dime. Never asked them for a birthday present or nothing. That's their money. If they feel the need to give it to me, then they will. If not, then oh well.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
take it
You
as a
have you got
test.
energy vampires. You got people that'll sit there and
I
suck
think
on you.
you. By the way, I'm a Taurus. May 5th, you're a Taurus too. Your birthday what? 10 days, 11 days after mine.
9, 10, 19.
If you say something, I'm just waiting.
He a 9.
How did I know you was about to say that? I had
He
a
a
vibe.
9 and he a Taurus.
Mm,
You a earth sign. You born on the 5th. You like to be, you free. You free. You like to travel. You like to, have a good time. You like to live life using all of your five senses. But you a 9, so 9 love people. You a humanitarian.
take it as a test. When you go through things, I always ask myself, will I pass or fail? If I fail, it gives me another opportunity to learn and grow from it. And I cut off those who try to use facts. That's all facts.
So
Aries,
this
did your birthday pass already, Rooted?
so that makes sense what he's saying then, because the reason why is, Kwani, you a 9, and 9s tend to always want to keep certain people around them. And you know what? I don't know. I have to do more consultations with 9s, but this is what I feel like. And I could be wrong. But I feel like y'all don't let go of certain things. But I've heard another 9 say, no, I'm capable of letting things go. And that could just be either be duality, so they on the light side of the number, or you could be on the dark side of the number. You get what I'm saying? I have to do more readings on people regarding 9 to figure out what is what, if it's duality, or if it is something with 9s that is just
May 5th,
hard.
May 5th, 98. It say he a one.
Oh wait, here one. Is that what it is?
May 5th, 1998. I got a one.
9, 10, 19, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 36, 37, 7. Oh, yeah, he is a 1. Sorry, I'm sleepy.
Commander grabbed it too. I think in the chat. Yeah, I think he won. So
Sorry, I'm sleepy. He a 1. So okay, you come here to stand on your own. You a 1. Leader. What is a 1? Leader. Masculine energy. My fault. I'm sorry.
but then you look at even his birthday, that 5 been there. Um so he display other traits too. So he probably got, traits of a 9. Yeah, that could even be in his name.
With the 5 being in there, he free. He a freedom seeker.
Mm-hmm.
He's a free being with that 5 being in his date. So he got personality of a 5, but his life path number is 1. So you come here to stand on your own. See, as first of all, you on the and I don't want to talk about you or anything, but if you saying that somebody wait, let me go back to what you said.
And then Rudy got a question. I can answer Rudy's question while you're going back. So what she's doing is giving him his life path number. So you take your birthday and add it up. So like when he put May 5th, 1998, what you would do is take the 5 and then another 5. So that's 10. And then add 1998 together. And I believe you get 27. So 10 plus 27 will give you 37. And then you got to break it down to a single number or a master number. Since 37 isn't a master number, 3 plus 7 gives you 10. The 1 stands alone, So his life path number would be 1. So, like, I'll show you how you get it. I got I don't know if you can see this, but like, if you look at my birthday, right? It's 4/25/1984, but that's how you do it. That's how you add it up. So you just take. I don't know if you want to put your birthday in there. We can tell you what your life path number is, or you can do it yourself. Sweet one, what up, though? Read me. I'm the June Cancer in the life path number 9.
You and I, what day you was born. But back to Kwani, you on the dark side of 1, Kwani, because if you telling me that people are using you, you're a leader. A life path 1, you guys, I'm gonna tell you something. And 1s are one of the people that can be ego. Now, when I say this, I don't mean, you know, to just really be egotistical, but 1s carry that ego with them, right? 1s don't tend to care what other people think as a 1. If you are on the light side of this number, you don't tend to care what other people think. So for you, like 1s don't tend to be, you got to think about it. 1 is masculine. That's masculine energy. 1s don't tend to like care about other people's feelings. They think about them first before anything. That's a 1. It's a leader.
No,
You
you're
know,
not blocked. Oh, I was asking. Sweet one, Blue Lotus. What up, though? Appreciate you. I got it. I got it, Commander. You can erase it. I appreciate that, sis. I got it. I got them both. I got them both, Commander. Yeah, even if you erase it, it'll still be on mine, so I can still see it. So I appreciate that. But I got it. So Rudy is a 7.
Rudy is a life path 7.
Yeah, and then hold on, where is it at? Okay. So
So I
yeah, if you
mean, seven is spiritual number. Sevens, but again, when I talk about stuff, I want people to understand there is a light side and a dark side to this number, to any number. Okay, so when I'm speaking about something and it don't necessarily resonate with you, it's either it's just something that's, a trait you don't carry, a trait you don't have, or you could be on the dark side or the light side.
And then too, like you told me, like how you told me, like because I was born on the 7th, but I'm a 33, but I have aspects of both. So um, sometimes is other things incorporated into it too. Like
Right.
I don't like I don't like dealing with people, but I love helping people, and that sounds like oxymoronish, but it
Mhm.
is. But if you look at my life path, it perfectly explains it. So that's what I was interested in. I
So
mean, that's what.
just looking at Rudy date of birth, just the day he was born, the 14th. That's a five. Five are favorite people. You're favored in a way, you know. So with you being favored, you love to travel. You're freedom. You love to be free. You love to experience life through all of your five senses or six or how many ever senses. You love to have a good time. That's you. This is just what I see from your number. Then with you being a seven, you're a loner. You see how with the five, you love to have a good time, you free, but then your life path seven, you can be a loner. So it's probably balanced with you. It's like, hey, you like to be at home sometimes chilling, but you also like to travel too. And that could be the thing with you. Cause I see this in your date of birth, right? And then um sevens can sometimes people can say they can tend to be weird because you guys stay away from the world. You do your own thing, you chill, and you guys listen to documentary. You could be possibly listening to documentaries a lot, reading, possibly getting some type of knowledge in, listening to other people's opinions on what they think about certain things. But the thing is, as a seven, you got to be careful to not listen to everybody else's opinions and ask yourself, what do you think? Because you can get caught up in trying to figure out what the knowledge of other people's, and you got all of this information crowded into your mind that you personally forget about you and your thoughts and what you think about everything. Okay, so that would be one of the keys for a seven, and just that figure out your purpose, because when you figure out your purpose, your life runs smoother as a seven.
And then Sweet one said, "Can you read? I'm a June Cancer in Life Path 9. I think she still need like the date you was born on
I
to
mean,
get a
that's
reading
fine.
like
I
that.
mean,
You
she
can
don't
read
have
it.
to. I can give her, if she's a nine, I can just tell her about the nine. But um,
But she made an interesting comment too. She said, "Right, because I can let folks go, but I'm a 9. But I love helping folks. But my chart reads I'm a fighter. It's weird. But see, that's
there's
like
many aspects to you. You're not just one layer. We're not just one layer.
we come with not only a purpose but tools to get the job done. That's how I like to look at it. Right? You have like if you think about like a warrior, right? If you think of a warrior, not only do they got that fighting spirit within them, but they got weapons, they got armor, they got different tools to make them more proficient. So when Tay said we come in on a vibration, we come here equipped to do something, but we come with tools with it. Even personalities, we can describe different aspects of personality. Like I'm gonna do a show later on this week, and me and Tay been talking about this because I want her assistance on this, and I think it'll be dope because, like, I'm a life path 33, right? But when you look at my personality, um, when you talk about like alpha and beta males, I'm more of what they call a sigma male, but I'm also an empath. So it's I got a lot of unique traits, but even being like a sigma empath, like sigmas are like lone wolves, right? Like we lone wolves. But being an empath, that even though I'm a lone wolf, I can still be with people. I can still function highly in a group, even though I prefer to be by myself. But I know I can get more done in a group, but my preference is I like my alone time. I like, being to myself, hearing my own thoughts. I really enjoy that. But I need it's balance though. Even being a Sigma empath, and sis was like, that's because you're 7 too, like 25, that's 7. So having a 33, and she said the 7 is your Sigma personality. So I'm like, the way she broke that down, I was like, yeah, we got to do a show.
Mhm. Yeah, you welcome, Rooted. Just yeah, as a 7, y'all love. I mean, light side, you love learning, you love knowledge. Sevens can stay in the house all day and be watching documentaries. Like, or a 7 personality could be, doing. You guys like stuff like that. But like I say, as long as you stay focused on your purpose, always stay in your purpose as a 7. That's very important for y'all. So stay focused on the task at hand and everything else will fall into play. It's just sometimes for 7s, you guys get off your purpose. Either
Mm.
you can't find it or you get off your purpose. You're on it for a little bit, then you get off. You on it for a little, you get off. You can't stay focused.
That hit me. That hit me right there.
Mhm.
I'm gonna tell you because um now let me ask you this though. Like because you said your purpose, it was so many things. I even excelled at it, but I got bored and was like, okay, I don't want to do this no more. I want to do this. Is that because I wasn't on my purpose, or do you think it's more of what you just said? That's why I said it hit me, but then I don't know. Like,
Wait, ask
I,
me that again.
so like when I was doing real estate, I was really good at it, but I got bored with it. I get bored with things, but I'm not bored with like teaching, like anything that comes
Because
with
that's your purpose. This is what
yeah.
you're supposed to do. You see what I'm saying? This is how if you want to know what your purpose is, think about something that you could do without even getting paid. You
Mm,
would just automatically help people, you would automatically do it. That's why if you doing something and you get bored, it's not your purpose. Your purpose is something that you absolutely love to do. Without a shadow of a doubt, you would do it to help others. So as a 33, you're a master teacher. You you have the energy of a 33. So that means you already come equipped with followers. You already come equipped with people that if you decide to teach, they're going to listen to you. I don't care what anybody says or anybody thinks. It's just certain things when people are born on a certain number, they come with certain energies. And this is why a lot of the times you might not understand why, oh my God, this person blew up, their channel. Find out who they are, find out their life path number. Because they possibly could be someone that has the energy of a 33 or any other number where people are attracted to them naturally. They just have a thing about them where people are going to gravitate to them. It's just what it is. So as a 33, 33s tend to don't want to they have a hard time finding out their purpose or getting off track because you got to think about it. You have two double threes in your number. So you childlike
hmm.
and you don't want to grow up. So
No,
it
I don't
takes
know.
you longer to
I,
figure out your purpose.
I don't know if you saying that because you know me or because because of the
I don't
numerology.
know. No, I'm only taking it from the numbers.
But did you? But I am. I fuck with y'all all day. You even hear how I fuck with my wife. I enjoy having fun. I play with my kid. Like I am a big kid at heart. I just enjoy laughing and having fun. Even though I can switch that off and get serious, but I enjoyed it. I enjoy being a big kid. Like even when we was having a discussion, you see, how I was into it about wrestling. I love that. I went back to my childhood. So, um, I mean, that's all facts. I can't even hold you up. But real quick, Blue. So it's the date. I don't know. How do the month resonate? Do the month matter, or is that or is it just the date?
The month I haven't, that so much. No, I mean it's not. It's just, I could look at it and see,
I,
but
I
I
think
haven't
the
really
I think the
done the
month
month.
would that fall more into like the horoscope?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what that would be. More of your sun sign. So
Yeah.
that would
Okay.
be more of who your horoscope sign. But yeah, I focus, I get sidetracked easily if too much. Yeah, Rudy, and you probably get sidetracked too much because as a seven, you guys are connected to the ethers more than any other sign. You guys are connected to the ethers. You guys are connected to the Akashic records as well. You guys can tap into the Akashic records. So a lot of the times
Mm,
you get a lot of downloads. You get a lot of stuff in your head day in and day out. You got overload. You overload of thinking in your head day in and day out. So that's why it's so hard for you guys sometimes um to stay on your purpose because you got a lot going on in your mind. The ethers, you guys are connected, and so you have a lot of it's just a lot going on in your head. As a seven, you could have headaches,
mm.
you know, and that's the part of the reason why you might. And I'm not saying this is for you, but they say typically sevens, some of them can have headaches because it's a lot going on in your head as a seven.
Hey, Shu, what up, though? Appreciate you, sir. And Sweet One said the aspect of nature versus nurture versus nature plays a role in a person's life path too. And even from that, right? Like when she said a light and the dark side, if it's not nurtured, but if it's suppressed, then um, definitely I can roll with that too. I was just telling my wife cousin like I was adding her. I was adding, her up, and she was eight. No, what was she? I forgot what she was now. I forgot what I told her she was. But I think it. What was it? Wasn't seven. Her daughter was a seven. I can't remember what it was. But hold on, it was the one when I read it. It said they witty and something else. I think was she. No, she was a three, like anti. But that's what it was. She was a three, like anti. But she was on the dark side of it because she was always suppressed, so she wasn't able to express herself. Her parents was Middle Eastern. She couldn't do this, couldn't do that. You know,
I mean, that's another thing as a seven. Um, you guys typically have someone that try to make you see life their way. They want you to live the life their way. As a seven, you guys typically get people that'll do that. You have it either be a mother, for some type of parent, a teacher, aunt, somebody in your life at a young age come in and try to get you to do it their way, like a strict parent or something. But you welcome.
And
But I
see,
mean, I know people don't want to put their personal business. So if you don't want to put it, you can do it your own self and then just tell me. And if this not something you have to do if you want to. But Sweet One is a 9, and Sweet One, I know she said she don't she lets go easily. But like you say, you don't forget because 9s is hard for them to forgive and forget. You guys are always, if you look at the 9 and you look, it's like a head. But where is the head? Is it forward or backward? It look like it's looking back. So as a
mm-hmm.
9, you guys always looking back at life. And the problem is what you guys need to do is it's good to look back on life. It's good because then you learn from your mistakes, but you have to move on. You have to forgive yourself. 9s, you guys are so critical of yourself as a 9. And be kind to yourself. Be soft to yourself. Forgive yourself for the mistakes that you have made and move on. Don't be sitting there looking back, thinking about everything. Yeah, yeah, give yourself time to, look back, but you move forward and be kind to yourself and love yourself. So that's what I would say for a 9. Give yourself, love on yourself. Because as a 9, you guys can be the worst ones where you guys can do certain things. You can hurt yourself physically. You can hurt yourself mentally. You guys are your own worst critic as a 9. So love on yourself.
And we appreciate that PIA because that's what we gonna do. We gonna educate, motivate, inspire, and we gonna have fun while we doing it. That's just the way of the 9. We are a league of extraordinary individuals that has come to raise your level of consciousness, and we got our own unique way to do it. So, um, yeah, these conversations, y'all definitely make sure y'all get over there to Tay Eat. She got a second channel. Um, Not right now, but soon. Soon we go have a lot of these conversations over there. Sis is putting in work. She doing a lot of things. She putting together an ebook. She getting that ready for y'all. Look, she creating vegan dishes. Like she creating dishes. She's just doing it the vegan way, giving you a clean, safer way to eat that's more beneficial to your body. So definitely go check her out. You get her membership. She got the recipes in there. She do her live cooking videos, so make sure y'all get the notification bell on. Because not only do you get the premieres with the mukbang, but you get her live while she cooking it, so you have the opportunity to ask her questions, see what ingredients she using. So definitely get over there and check sis out if you're watching this live or if you're watching it on a replay.
You welcome, Sweet One. Yeah, just be kind to yourself. Forgive yourself for the things that you have done. That's what I would say for a 9. That's one of the hard things for y'all.
I gotta put this in a video. Commander had that on point, man. Hold on, let me screen. Hey, Commanders. Hey, look, man. This is what I'm saying. Look, you got people. When you're doing the right thing and you're doing the righteous thing, people will see it, people will notice it, and people will come, connect, support, and they will help. And I appreciate Commander so much because I knew Commander for a while. We've been rocking in chats, but Commander is a beautiful person, and she shows so much love to the 9%. That's because she is a 9, but I can't even. That's why I say she the general of the chat. She the minister of defense, not just for this channel, but for the 9. You do the right things, the right people will come around. Don't worry about the wrong people, the haters, the naysayers. Just focus on the people and appreciate the people who do rock out with you. I promise you, more people will see that, and more people will want to be a part of that. You just have to be consistent and be genuine, and the right people will see it. So I want to not only thank Commander, but yeah, I got to thank Sis. But I want to thank everybody who come and rock out, because I know some of these conversations be boring, but they necessary. And you never know at what point of the show you might get that message, not from just me, but the many people who bless this panel, the nine. We are going to start having more open panels. I am going to go back to the old way after a while, but I've been losing subs, so I'm trying to get more exposure, and this is doing it. So I appreciate y'all for even tolerating this, but we are going to go back to the old way after a while, but we go take advantage of this vertical live stream while it's popping. Always take advantage of things when you have the opportunity to, because it can be here today and be gone tomorrow. So, and I appreciate Sis for that, because she kind of beat this in my head. And ever since she did, numbers have risen. Even though my subs has dropped, I know why, because most of those subs came from the shorts. And you can look on YouTube Studio. If you go to the advanced setting, you can look at the subs and see not only the subs you gained, but the subs you lost and why. And a lot of them said inactive. Like over 60 of them said that the people are inactive. I think it was like 15 said the people ain't even on YouTube no more. So, that's expected. Some people, they're just not active, so YouTube will drop them. Real Spill is in a building. What up, Fitz? Appreciate you. I appreciate that, Prince. I appreciate that. And, that's why I say when you get with genuine people will support, long as, like, we don't be on no, we be on, I be on real time. Like I tell people, man, I know everybody say this, but I got 2 kids and a wife. I ain't got time to come on here and jive nobody. I just come on here, do what I do, and get off. And I'm gonna be honest, and I don't want nobody to take this the wrong way, but I don't normally expose myself to people like this. So this is new. It's on the internet, and I felt safe, but it's like it is. You got to protect your energy. So I am limited in myself, but the way I'm still gonna support. I'm gonna shout out. I'm gonna do all that. But I gotta. There's gonna be times where I go dormant, right? Where you probably won't see me a lot, and then there's gonna be times where I'm gonna be all in the chat, goofing off, having fun. That's just me. I'm not acting funny. I'm just telling you how I am. I'm a firm believer in being responsible for protecting my energy, and just like anybody else, some days we have to detach. Some days we, can be all in, and that's important to understand yourself, or like they always say, know thyself, to know when to engage and when not to. And like this whole YouTube thing is a new experience to me, so I'm still learning how to balance everything out. But I appreciate the great vibes, and I try to create an environment where people can come and talk freely, speak their mind, speak their opinions, and not be judged. I try. I really do try, but that's all you can do. Miss Tracy in the building. That's that new account. I'm like, why Miss Tracy ain't blue? Max respect. I appreciate that issue. I gotta get Sis up here because she knows some things about some things. So I'm gonna have to get her up here one day. She was spitting some facts. Even correct me if I'm wrong, issue. I remember we was in the area, and I don't know if you was touching on like the genotypes of like Native Americans, but that was interesting. I believe I heard you touching on like the genotype. But Sis, no, she got some information, and I'd love to do a build with her one day. Or anywhere on the social media, there's unstable people. Yes, they are. I did just a bit. On April 8th, what's my opinion about the solar eclipse? I'm gonna tell you, I got a good spot in my yard where I'm gonna be meditating. I'm gonna be fully grounded, and hopefully I can get in a deep meditation. I just believe it's a perfect time to download for me. I don't do fear at all. Like even if something bad go happen, I'm gonna just prepare for it. So I don't do the whole fear thing. I know some people are afraid. They talking about the solar flares go knock out all electricity or this go happen. They talking about they firing up CERN. That particle modulator. There's a lot of stuff people saying. For me personally, it's a great time to meditate. That's how I look at it. 429 61. Hold on, I'll tell you right now. Yeah, a couple days after me, PIM on the 25th. I got that one too, Commander. You can erase it. I got you as a 5. Let me make sure. Tell you still with me?
Yeah, I'm still here.
No, PIA. She had an interesting combination. Hold on, why did I get some? Okay,
What did
so
she say?
I got her as a life path 5, right? But then her birthday is an 11, 29.
Interesting.
Yeah, 29. Her birthday
Interesting.
is 11.
Interesting. Master number 11, huh? And
Mm-hmm.
she's a life path 5.
Mm-hmm. That's what I said. She got an interesting combination.
Oh, okay. So with you being a 5, with you being a 5, you a perfectionist. So what BI she do paintings, and so in her
Correct.
she wanted to be perfect as a life path 5. She can't help it. It's in her mind day in and day out. She It's just something she can't help. She like things perfect. She like luxury. She like nice things. If she goes somewhere on vacation, she want to stay at a nice hotel. She probably could have flowers in her house. Like 5s are great hosts. They could be interior decorators, painters, uh, cake decorators. These people are great people that if you come to their house, they are gonna they're gonna host. They're gonna show you a nice time. As a 5, she loves to travel. She loves to have a good time. Like I say, she loves to enjoy the world with her 5 senses. Love to have a good time. She's a freedom seeker. But with the
And
11, huh?
and a lot of that you can see how she expressed it through her art.
Mm-hmm. And then with the 11 in her chart, so in her mind, it's already crazy because now I don't mean like crazy like that, but it's already like wild because she's already thinking of being a perfectionist. But then you have the 11, you have the 1 and 1. So she's always thinking about balance too. So her mind is going wild. Her mind is wild. You hear me? She thinking about balance too in her life. Cause it's like it's almost like the Libra. You look at the one on one side, the one on the other. It's like the
Mm-hmm.
scales almost, right? So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, her mind is wild. I'm
It
telling
never
you.
stops ever. She said,
Right.
damn on point. And
It,
you know, Commander, we love you too. You know, I'm pretty sure I speak for all Tauruses. Um, and so you can appreciate you understand I be a little stubborn at times, so you can forgive me for that because I have a beautiful soul. I am very stubborn. Um, I know it don't seem like it, but you ask my wife, I am a very stubborn person. Um, but I got that balance in it too, so
do
I
PIA
understand.
sell anything?
Oh, you ain't see my? Oh, I went on my laptop.
I know you. She so okay. She needs to start. She needs to start speaking up more about the things that she sell. If she don't do it already, she needs to speak more. Cause as a life path 5, oh baby, y'all can talk people out they draws. You can sell, you can sell, uh, baby, you
Salt
can
to
go
a
outside
slug.
and sell snow and people will buy it because you guys had that about you. Yeah, I mean, you guys are great at selling stuff. So start speaking up about your products, about whatever it is you're selling. Speak up about it because people will you guys had the energy where people will buy from you as a 5. So start saying stuff in your lives and on your videos. I just wanted to say that. Sorry.
Yeah, true. Query. Hey, shoot, I'm telling you, you get with sis and get with this life path. Like, man, she had me on my knees. I'm like, when she told me, it's so many things in my life. Like, I used to battle with myself. Like I said, I love helping people. I just don't like dealing with them. And the level of compassion, I didn't know it wasn't normal to be as compassionate as I am. And this is not me bragging. I'm just saying, like, I have like even the girls today, like ask them. I'd be like, man, let's just they'd be like, man, no, you too. It's like my level and it's not, it's just natural, you know. And I used to think like, damn, am I broken? I used to literally say I'm a sacrificial lamb for my family. Like I just had to take care of everyone. And I didn't understand why until she broke my life path down. And then I'm sitting there like it made sense. Like it was one of them things. And then like the more I knew, the further back I looked, and I was able to understand why I handled certain situations the way I did. It was like you ever do something and you just know it's the right thing to do, but you don't want to do it. I had so many instances like that in my life. Like, and at first I just took it as my internal guidance. You know, this is just the inner me telling me, like, look, it may not feel good, but it won't feel good when you do it, but it'll feel good later. You know, just being nice or being kind, turning the other cheek or walking away from a situation. You know, some situations I'm looking at like, man, I want to break this dude's face, but you know, it's best for me to just walk away. And I didn't understand it. And then I understood it. You know, when she broke everything down, it just made sense. Commander, I don't want to get myself in trouble, but this dude made me so mad one day. I choked him out. He wasn't breathing. Then I did CPR on him. And then, and I got him back, you know. And then one day, I had just came from the gym and I was going into a 7-Eleven and these dudes bumped me. We got into an altercation and I ended up slamming this dude. And when I slammed him, I knocked him out. But he wasn't seasoned, but he was like breathing kind of funny. So I turned him on the side and I was about to start doing CPR on him. But the cops came and then the ambulance came. But the detective was like, you know, the weirdest thing I ever seen in my career, and I'm like, what? He said someone who got attacked knocked the person out and then treated them. That's what the detective told me because they had it all on camera. He was like, I just never seen someone get attacked, knock the person out, and then try to help them. And I'm like, I mean, I wasn't trying to take him out. I was trying to get him off me. And I was just a little bit bigger and stronger, and I was able to like. It looked bad on the video. Like when something happened, stuff happens so quick, but when you see it, it's like I even cringe. Like, oh damn! Like, dude. I mean, he swung and missed, and I just grabbed him and picked him up. It was almost like a power bomb. I literally grabbed him. He was up above my shoulders, and I just slammed him down. And when he bounced off the ground, I looked at him, and he wasn't moving. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, oh, I'm about to go to jail. I'm like, and then I'm already pumped up because I literally just left the gym. So I got all this testosterone flowing through me. And this dude come out the store. There's two of them. One of them, when I hit him, he was like, I'm straight. Like when I hit him, he just sat back and was holding his mouth like, you handle that. And when I slammed this boy, I'm looking at him and he was like, I'm just trying to check on him. And I looked down, dude wasn't moving. And I'm like, oh my God. Like I'm going to jail. I thought he was out of there. And then when I seen it on the surveillance camera, I'm looking like, man, that looked horrible. He was like, well, he didn't he went to the hospital, but I just knocked him out. Like he hit the ground and then his head hit. He didn't like hit his head going to the ground. So I think that's what, if he would have hit it, I probably would have broke. If I would have slammed him on his neck 9 times out of, because I'm 6 foot, he was above my shoulders. When I picked him up, he was above my shoulders. And I just powered. He couldn't have been no more than like 160 at most. Dude couldn't have been that big. But I just came from the gym and I was on squats that day. I was squatting like 550 at that time. Like my thighs was like tree trunk. So like when he tried to turn, he swung and missed. And he tried to like almost had him in a headlock. And I just picked him up and bam, hit the ground. Everything happened. So it wasn't even a minute. Dude swung at me. He caught me inside of my head. I turned and hit him. He went back. His boy swung, but when he swung, it was like the sidewalk. When he swung, I guess he stumbled because I stepped back. He stumbled off the sidewalk and went right into my arm. And I just picked him up and said, boom. And then I'm looking at his boy. He was like, I'm just trying to check on him. And I'm looking at him like, fuck. Yeah, my heart was pounding. I'm like, it's over. Like, it's over. I got this good job. I just got my new car. All this for what? Because people want to be assholes. Like, dude came, I'm trying to go in the store, and his boy got one door open and came through, so I opened the other door. He comes to the other door. He had coffee and spilled it on me. And I'm like, dang, bro, you couldn't go through the other door. Like, you seen me coming through this door, and he pushed me. And I'm like, what the hell wrong with you? And then his boy swung on me, and I'm looking like, oh, for real? Like, when he swung, if I didn't tuck, he caught me on the side of my neck and my shoulder. So, like, it hit my shoulder, but it landed on my neck. So he didn't, like, catch me in my face or nothing. But when he did that, and I turned and gave him a hook right in the mouth. He didn't fall. He fell back and was just holding his mouth. He didn't move after that. Next time he moved, he was like, I'm just trying to check on him. Yeah, I'm still rolling. I know I'm about to get my butt off here in a minute. Oh, ages, okay. Yeah, PIA got some great art over there. Oh yeah, definitely A-Shoe. Definitely come rap. Sis bad, I'm telling you. Like she put me on so much game, and just enlightened me, gave me so much understanding. I got so much clarity, I had so much clarity, understanding. When a bull gets ragged, you might. All right, well, you gonna need this though? Yes, that's how it is, brother. When you get me to that point, it's I appreciate you, Blue. When I'm up, I'm up. I'm up. When I see red, I see red. And when I was younger, I had an issue with that. So I had an issue with that. And I fixed that by fixing, understanding who I was. I tried to go to therapy. That didn't work. I used to piss the therapist off because I've been reading psychology books since I was 11. So I knew what was wrong with me. I didn't know the diagnosis they gave me, blind rage. But I didn't understand that. But I knew my I thought I was a sociopath because of the things I experienced. I've been through a lot of different traumas when I was younger, especially like death. I seen a lot of death at a young age, and I came kind of numb to it, and that's not good. That's not good. Like when you become numb to violence, because you know, um, well, I ain't gonna say numb. I use the word uh, desensitized to violence. Like it became normal. It just became a part of life, and even though it is a part of life, it's not normal for someone to experience. Some of the things I experienced. It's just not normal. So I had to recognize that, and I had to accept it. Not I had to forgive myself, and I had to forgive those who put me in a position to, have these experiences so I can move forward. And that's what I did. Just learn from them and to do better than what was done for me. John Anderson, what up, though? Appreciate you. Yeah, watch out for Kwani. Mr. Anderson, welcome to the Matrix, Mr. Anderson. I grew up in New York in the projects in the 80s and 90s. I saw a lot of death. Yeah. And see, that's the thing, too. Like, I was born in a small town, so I didn't, up until the age of 9, I didn't really see that. And then, like, the first or second day I moved to Detroit, I seen somebody get decapitated. And then we found the mailman in the alley, lit up. I don't know how many holes. He just had a whole bunch of red spots on his chest. I don't know how many. I was a kid. Like I wasn't thinking about, oh, let's count the gunshots. I wasn't thinking about that. But now, like trying to remember, it had to be more than 5. He had to have more than 5. But we found him in the alley, and then I seen a little boy get, yeah. And then my friend, we was walking home from school, got into a fight. Boy went home, got his brothers, and we was walking home. They came shooting at us and hit my friend, and I held him until And then when I was in middle school, like we was in 5th grade, right? These 2 kids got into a fight. One kid punched this kid, and when he hit his head, you remember them little the metal stand they used to stick the flags in. And now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know why it was this low, but when the boy hit the head on the wall, he hit that and then fell and hit his head, and he passed away. Yeah, I was in 5th grade when I seen that. Yeah. So yeah, I seen a lot of, and that's not normal. But you become desensitized. That's how you cope with it, I guess, or deal with it. Even then, they wasn't like now. If a mass thing happened at a school, people getting psychological counseling and stuff. We didn't get none of that when that happened. I don't know if y'all schools was like that, but we used to have to wait outside of the school before it opened, and then we all walk in at the time it opened, and that's when it happened. So it was like early in the morning. We sitting outside. We in the 5th grade. Kids start fighting, and it's normal stuff. Kids always fight. But when he hit his head, it was over with. There was blood coming out of his ears. I remember that because there wasn't even no teachers around, and when it happened, he was sitting. We kept telling him to get up. We shaking him, not moving, and people went and got the teachers. But he was there for a good 2 minutes. We sitting there trying to wake him up and get him. We do for some Keith.
What'd you say?
Now, Commander said, "Where's Mr. West? We do for some Keith."
Oh.
I don't know. He probably working that midnight shift. That midnight train to Georgia. Yeah, it's not normal, but yeah, I just learned from it. I learned a lot from those experiences. You appreciate life
that's
more.
wild.
Yeah, you definitely appreciate life more. You don't play with it. We almost did it again.
What happened?
That's how I felt about it when my granddaughter was the OMG, Miss Tracy. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that, Miss Tracy. I couldn't imagine that. Um, I couldn't imagine that. You send your child to school and then they call you and say something like that happened. Like that's just society, man. I mean, that's why I don't take life for granted. That's why I try not to get into. I try to avoid confrontation, not because I'm afraid of it, but I just know there's a winner and a loser. And sometimes people lose their life over something simple, and it's just not worth it to me. That's why I try to avoid confrontation. You don't know how far a person is willing to go. I mean, for my life and for my safety, there's no limits. I won't go. But me knowing that in myself, I know there's other people like that, so I don't bother nobody. I'm straight. Can't be the only crazy person on this planet. So no, I'm straight. I don't bother nobody. I try not to. Sometimes no matter what you do, somebody will be disturbed or disrupted by something. So I mean, you can't. But I try to avoid it. You can't avoid all of it, but you can try. So I try to make a conscious effort to utilize my time in beneficial ways. I guess that's the best way to say it. Huh? Oh man, I ain't popped this pineapple. That's probably ain't no good enough. I just looked and seen this pineapple. It's not normal. But since you want to lead the people with something, what we talking about tomorrow over there? Because I don't think I'm going live. So I see if Anti go live tomorrow night. I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna get some stuff done on the back end. I still got to make that video. I got to get Anti to do that voiceover. I got to write the script. I just been chilling. The wife was off on vacation, so we was just kicking it. But it's back to work now. So oh, the general is woke. Young Riaz, what up though? Is sis finally passed out on me? Nah, she ain't sleep. Her mic unmuted.
Huh?
I said I thought you finally passed out on me, but I ain't. We done did another 3 hours.
Um, no, I don't have anything to say.
But this was a great conversation. Maybe we'll have you come over here and bless us with some readings one day and go more in on the life paths. Give people an opportunity to talk to the goddess, the master of numbers, Thais.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. I just say, for people, what I always say is know thyself. I think you should master yourself. That's the most important thing is mastering yourself, you know.
I definitely agree with that. There she go. There go my sis. Mary B is in the building. What up, sis? Mary, I gotta get you back on the panel. We gotta talk. Not because we need to talk. It's just because I like talking to you. So I gotta get you back on the panel.
Uh, uh, uh.
Yeah,
Hey,
I
Mary.
got to get my dose of conversation with Mary B. I'm gonna have to send you a contract, Mary. You might have to come talk to me at least once a month. I think we can manage that once a month. Well, yeah, we're gonna go back to the old format soon. Got to get some things, take advantage of this vertical live stream. Because there's more people finding us, so it's just a better way to grow. So you know how they do when they give you something, then they tweak it and it don't work as good as it did when it first started. So we gonna ride this train. It's been working for us. We've been getting seen by more people. So yeah, we definitely gonna indulge in it.
Mhm. Sweet one. I don't do tarot like that. I'm gonna learn one day. I'll tap into it, but I haven't perfected it yet. So, but that's dope. You do it. Maybe I
Oh,
can get a
sweet.
reading.
Oh, sweet one, do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me get my butt off here because I will be waking up in like 3 hours. I gotta get up in like 3 or 4 hours. Let me get my butt. I ain't about to go right to sleep. I've been I haven't watched TV in like a year. So it's like TV shows that came out that I like to binge watch. I don't like watching one episode and waiting for a week for another one to come out. So I just wait for the series to come. I mean, the season to finish, and then I binge watch it. So right now I'm watching Jack Reacher season 2. So I like stuff like that when people get hit in the mouth and stuff. So I'm watching that right now. So you wide awake now.
Crazy.
I know either I'm watching. My wife was like, "You are so weird. Either you watching something educational or you watching something blow up." Like them two only things that really excite me watching TV. You know, it's entertainment. So I gotta either see something blow up or I gotta learn something.
No, y'all not still wanting to stay up. Go to bed, Commander. Not y'all still wanting to stay
If,
up.
you know what? If the wife, I'm gonna do that one weekend. I'm gonna do it. But she gonna have to promise me I can sleep throughout the day a little bit. But I remember one day we did that on your channel a couple times. But we was up. I think I did like two shows like that where we was rocking out for like 6 hours. It was like 5 in the morning when I got off. Like damn. But I gotta make sure the wife got my back because I'm old. So I ain't old, but I'm getting old. But you keep me up that long, I'm sleeping through the afternoon. Leave me alone. I'll wake up at night again. You're not my real dad. You can't tell me what to do. Oh man. So do you watch Power or BMF? You know what? I keep trying to watch Raising Canaan. I watched the first season, but I don't know. It just can't keep my attention. I don't know. In BMF, I know it's exaggerated because I know of people, but I know it's exaggerated. So I haven't. I watched the first season. I haven't watched the second season. I don't know. Like I hate when they take true stories and exaggerate them. I don't like that. But yeah, I tried to watch the first Power. I can watch. I love that one with Ghost in it. I can watch the Power book. See, I can watch two too. I like the one with Tariq in it. But I don't know. The other ones can't keep my attention. Force was cool. I watched all Force, but I like if it's season 1, I will watch it. But season 2 is like it's not keeping my attention for some reason. I ain't even tried to watch BMF. I watched season 1, but when old boy died, I was like, that's fake because he's still alive. Like, oh no, that's not real, bro. You watched all the series. I hit the replay, go back, or what I miss. Appreciate y'all. Much love and respect. Appreciate you, Blue. Yeah, we was definitely we had a good talk on emotional intelligence. But I did a show on it too. Um but yeah, we had a good discussion. I don't really think I added too much. Maybe some tools you can use in there from the actual show I did. Um, but yeah, it's some good information in there. I hope it can be utilized. Who's Lamar? Um, yeah, I have to. Yeah, you said who Lamar? Yeah, yeah, Lamar. That character. And see, is I guess if you want to say Detroit politics, yeah, it's people that's not happy with that show. So like OG's not happy. Not even the young cats, but there's some OGs that's they're not happy. You probably can find some of the testimonials on YouTube. Right, you can find some of the testimonies of like people talking about, how the show played out on YouTube. But there's people saying like it's some dry snitching in there. because some of the stuff they showing wasn't known. So yeah, I don't deal with the streets no more. I stay away from it because I know people. So I'm straight. That's why I don't talk about none of that stuff on here. Like I'm straight. There's people I know who watch this, so I'm good. Hey, if you don't need drama in your life, don't put it there. So yeah, I don't put drama in my life, especially when it comes to that. You know, that's a whole nother world. People play in it. Like they say, don't play boxing, don't play in the street. You ain't about that life, leave it alone. Yeah, I'm straight. I'm a family man. I got it. You'll never hear me talking about, oh, I do this. Man, nah, I got kids and a wife, man. I ain't about none of that. I'm straight. I live in the suburbs. I ain't trying to get in no trouble. I ain't got no record. Don't need one. Um, the police find where they at. They don't need to come to me. I don't need to go to them. And I like to keep it that way. I don't bother nobody. I live a nice, boring life. I'm straight. Too much craziness going on. Right. That's why I be telling my wife, Mary, like, she be ready to snap and go off on people. And I'm like, nah, man. Nah, because you already know, if they crazy, then I got to get crazy, then everything get crazy. Let's just go to our nice, beautiful home. We love each other. These people probably ain't got love in their life. That's why they willing to throw it away for nothing. I got too much stuff going on to throw my life away because somebody said something or somebody don't like something. You have a good day. Enjoy the rest of your life. Go play with somebody over there on the freeway because I ain't got time for it. I really don't. There's too much other the stuff that I'm trying to accomplish in life is stressful enough. I ain't trying to add no more stress to it. Like I'm straight, man. I don't know, man. That's just how I feel. But let me get my behind off here because I will leave it. Yeah, leave the streets to the street. Hey, I am perfectly fine on the sidewalk. I'm a sidewalk type of guy now. I don't play in the street. I'm straight. I'm straight. I'm telling you, Mary B. Man, look, and no shots against nobody. I heard this grown man today. I'm like, dude, you probably my daddy age talking about, yeah, man, I'm really out here. I'm in the street. Look at this. I can go anywhere. Like, bro, I can go anywhere too. I travel. Like, if you a tourist, you go everywhere. If you travel, like, why would I want to go somewhere where I ain't wanted though? But like, you too old to be telling people to come outside and look. I'm outside. I can, like, come on, man. What age do we stop doing stuff like that? Bragging about being hood and being thuggish. At what age do you stop bragging about stuff like that? It should be a cutoff limit. Right? You can't do this at this age no more. Now you have to be a father, a grandfather, or either just a mature adult. If you don't have kids or grandkids, at some point it's like something got to click. Like, hey, let me just be a mature adult now. All that thug and street, like, oh man, I don't know. Different folks for different folks, I guess. But for me, it's like that make me. It's like I can't even interact with you. Once I see a grown man do that, it's like I can't interact with you because I'm on a different type of time. I'm about prosperity, and you don't get prosperity from doing shit like that. You don't grow from doing shit like that. You showing me you willing to throw that shit away. Anything I build or we build, you willing to throw it away because somebody said something about you. I'm straight. People will talk about you your whole life, man. Is what you give power to. That's what I had to learn. Yeah, that's what I'm starting to do, Blue. Just put that little button on and it go to the next episode usually. So I've been binge watching people content. Yeah. But yeah, let me get my behind off here because y'all know I like talking and I be talking to y'all forever. But y'all know what I always say, care about how you feel. These are conversations to build nations. And if I said anything that resonate with you, do me a favor, hit that share button, tell somebody to tell somebody, help me spread the word. But do me a favor though, make sure y'all hit that like button too. We're trying to get more in the algorithm. We're getting the views. Now we go work on the likes. But I appreciate everybody's support from the bottom of my heart. You know, shout out to PIA because she rocked. I did a giveaway. What was that? Yesterday? I think it was yesterday. I did a giveaway or the day before yesterday. And PIA got all the answers right. So shout out to PIA because I gave the answers, and I'm gonna start the next one up. I'm gonna start making the clues for the next giveaway. But I appreciate y'all. Let me get my behind out of here.
You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain, pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane, pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test and expect nothing less, you check as I'm chess, what's happening next, yeah. He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson, he got a new engine from pain that's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just bold and obsession, all in his possession. You got their attention, I'll leave an impression and take a redemption. Just kill no discretion, your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression, You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, heard it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they're scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try the chains, you can say no, free me. So he's been looking for somebody who could save him, instead of searching inside for what they gave him. A strong will, strong mind causes mayhem. We could change the world, change times, rearrange them. Staying on pace, running the race, life is